go live. Hello everybody and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will and today we are back and we are playing a new game of Number. I'm pretty excited. We're starting a new campaign, episode 1, a series of Stillness, and let me bring in our wonderful GM for the day, Jupiter. How's it going, Jupiter?
Hi everyone!
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm going to GM this. I don't think there's many female GMs out there, but I hope I inspire them.
Yes, indeed. Louise is in the chat actually. She DMs on Tuesdays. But yes, Jovina, do you want to tell us a little bit about today's campaign, a series of Stillness, what's going on today, and all that good stuff?
Yeah, sure. So overall, Numenera is just a regular D20 type of role-playing game. The setting is 1 billion years in the future. It is science fantasy. If you want an example of that, like Dune is science fantasy. And it is a world where 8 previous civilizations have risen and fallen, and we are on the 9th. And for me, I started in kind of a diesel punk time instead of the medieval time. And so that's the kind of setting we're dealing with today, and we're throwing our players into that with my story that I've concocted.
Sweet. So I guess we should go around and explain our characters, who we are, who we're playing, and all that stuff, and then we can dive right into it. So
Where'd Will go?
I don't know.
He's vanished. Will is vanished.
Oh, I was muted on Zoom, but I was talking on stream.
Oh.
Flawlessly.
Damn it, Will.
No one noticed.
I was like, yeah.
Everyone in the chat, take a drink for Will's friend.
I'm getting
Cheers, folks.
By the way, Jupiter, I'm getting a bit of mic crackle. It might be like the mic is a bit close to your face or something like that. Just topping out a bit on the game. Okay, let's go around. Should we talk about who we are, who we're playing, our characters, and all that good stuff? Let's start with Rem today. How's it going, Rem?
It's going okay, going great. I finally get to play a serious character after having almost never done so on this show, so it's going to be nice. It's going to be interesting. My character's name is Walter Sims. Walter is actually a boy. He's about 11 years old. He himself would be described as an intellect, of course. Oh yeah, that's right. We have to say the things. He is a mutant nano who commands mental powers. So that's how the race class things works. I'm new to this, so I'm just getting my
yeah.
So as a mutant nano who commands mental powers, he was born with almost like you could say a macrocosmic parasite in his head, meaning some kind of otherworldly being in a way just possesses him, or it lives up in here. He has some mental powers, a little bit of telepathy, things like that. But it's not him who has this. It's the creature upstairs, and its name is Faust. Walter, look back to Walter, he does little odd jobs where he can. He mostly just is a bit of a tinkerer. He likes working with stuff. He's very good at identifying foreign objects, especially when they're looking through all this different kind of Numenera. Faust, though, the being in his head, is a bit more impulsive. Faust has never been a mortal before or seen what it's like to live in a mortal world. So he's usually kind of pushing the boundaries for things. He might forget that sometimes if you have someone captive, they might need to breathe. So you might need to take the bag off their head, letting them breathe. And that's kind of the gist of Walter. Other than that, he just looks like a regular old kid. If you pull back his hair, though, you'll see a tiny little horn starting to sprout through it. Maybe something that Faust has brought on him, but who knows? Maybe Faust's powers will mature and maybe soon Walter will not exist whatsoever.
Puberty's rough, man. Yeah.
It is rough, man.
All right, fantastic. So that's Walter. We have Jamie back today. How's it going, Jamie?
It's going good. Yeah, last time I was playing a character who tended to sell to the bad guy. This time round, I'm playing Sykes, the rugged glaive who howls at the moon. Just think Jason Momoa, but sounds like Sean Bean. Because accents. He's going to call everyone a bastard, and he's got no social graces whatsoever. And he looks like a wild man, because he kind of is. He wears a patchwork like a huge leather patchwork coat of varying patches of different dead creatures, and yeah, he's
Cool.
he's quite intense.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. All
Yeah,
right.
it's gonna be fun.
Fantastic. That's Sykes. We have Mikey back today. How's it going, Mikey?
How are we doing, William? I'm feeling pretty good today.
Fantastic.
It's been painful, but hey, it's nice to be here. Nice to actually relax for once.
Retail.
It's retail. Everyone hates it. Let's be honest.
So
So I am playing. I'm playing a strong-willed Jack.
A resplendent offering.
Henry O'Rourke. Henry was a pretty average dude until something happened. The next thing you know, hey, I never asked for this, of course, because the whole fusing flesh and steel thing means he's a cyborg. He's strong-willed, so you need him to do anything that involves going up anything that like infuses your mental head. Anything like that, he's pretty good at. He's just not very good at memorizing things or puzzles or stuff like that. So he's basically me. Henry, he lost his arm, his leg, and part of his leg. He's lost his right arm, full of his right arm, the full of his left leg, and the calf part of his right leg, so just below his knee. And his right arm has various designs on it that are very pretty. We'll get into those later. He's a gentleman. He's a scholar, so he's always very enjoyable to be around. He's a bit of a flirt, but he tends to do things like that on his spare time.
awesome.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
he's a nice guy.
Fantastic. And Mikey donated £20 and says, "Have a birthday present on me." Fantastic. So I guess the way that presents work in this world, the way that we've tended to do them, is that everyone gets like an extra cipher added to their collection. So that's going to be exciting.
Okay.
Essentially the magic item equivalent in this world.
Does it
Fantastic.
happen immediately? So I have to
Whenever
go
you want it to, you can bring it into the game naturally, or they could appear out of space and time. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense of Numenera.
yeah.
So, for myself, I will be playing Leviticus, or Lev, as he's often known, or Levi. He is an intelligent Jack who controls gravity, and everything is going to go upside down with Lev on board. He's the tech expert of our crew, I guess. If something gets broken, which I imagine it inevitably will, it will get fixed by Lev. He's the guy that everyone, like, what the hell is this, man? And he'll take a look at it. He's short, kind of like shaven hair, often wears little beanies, much like myself, and he's not on hair, of course, and he's clean shaven for the most part, wears leather jerkin, and has all sorts of gadgets and tools on his person. So most of them probably don't mean anything. There's probably parts of like old microwaves. He doesn't know what they do, but he thinks they look cool. So yeah, bits and bobs all around Leviticus's person. So yeah, Jupiter, do you want to kind of dive us in here? Also, for folks in chat, you can of course affect the game with your decisions. Follow, retweet, subscribe, all that good stuff. So yeah, let's hand over to Jupiter and talk to us about a series of Stillness.
All right then. So the four of you, unlikely bunch that you are, you do know each other. And long ago, you purchased some cargo together with the last of your money. This is the last ditch effort to do something. And you are going to sail that cargo to someplace else to sell it for profit. Oh, Economics 101. You're sailing to Niblick, which is over the Sea of America. And I do have a map of the Numenera. Oh, look how tiny it is in Roll20. Yay. Yay. There it is.
There we go. Fantastic.
America is on the bottom. I always say Murica. I'm sorry because I am American.
America.
Fuck yeah.
It is a salt sea, so unlike other inland seas, it is going to buoyant and corrosive to metallic objects. And you're saying to Niblick, which if you go down to the place called Sashar, underneath the Ba Adenu forest there on the map,
you can see Little Niblick. It is the capital of Sashar. But the four of you are still on the boat, and the lovely pretty boat picture, which is behind here. It's a bit of a tanker ship. It's called the Unlikely Arrow. And
Like it.
it's in the middle of daytime. The salt sea is just splashing the fresh air at you. You've no sight of land yet. And where are you on the ship?
I want to say I'm somewhere in a hold, somewhere nice and dark. He's probably carved out his own area to tinker with things, or maybe the engine room actually. If there is like a big kind of engine room on this place, that's where
There
Lev...
is an engine room.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay. I will describe the engine room to you in a second. Where is everybody else?
Despite the fact that I am part metal and would probably stay away from that salt because I might not, not a very good idea to get salt on your metal. But I would say he's probably up in, either on the top deck or in the second layer. He's trying to find somewhere that's like as little salt can get to him as possible, but he also likes the fresh air of the sea. It reminds him of home, so he's just like, meh, I don't know which one to go to. So he's probably going between those two.
Okay.
Walter is probably down in the engine room with Levy. For those of you who don't know, Levy and Walter also have a connection.
Yes,
where,
this is unique in Numenera. All PCs have to have some sort of connection right off the bat.
And the connection that I have with Will's character is that he and I are linked telepathically for short distances. So he can communicate not technically with Walter, but with Faust, the character in my head. But Faust just shares info with Walter all the time. So Walter is probably going around this engine room as well. He's, I'm guessing, younger than Levi, so he's probably, or Levy, so he's probably asking about certain things around the engines, picking out his own kind of stuff as well, and identifying those.
Yeah, I totally let you pull the big levers and push the buttons.
I'm sitting on your knee. No.
And
Papa Levi.
and
Daddy.
Sykes, where are you?
I'll probably be somewhere near Henry, but because I like the outdoors a lot more, I'll be on the other side and just looking at him thinking, why are you in there? Come on, if you like the outside, be outside. And I'll just be looking over at the ocean, looking wistfully, smoking the pipe.
Oh, yeah, you do have the pipe.
Very
There's this
important.
awful, there's this awful
like,
pungent smell of tobacco just wafting away from him.
Sykes, did you ever explain what you turned into?
Not
Or is that-
particularly.
Let's keep that for later, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought you might want to keep it a secret and then pull it out. All
Uh,
right.
Henry would know.
Henry knows. That's their connection.
Yeah, Henry definitely knows.
As for why, I'm not going to tell exactly how or why.
No, not yet. No. Okay. So, the two who are in the engine room, this is a very strange engine room because there is a large see-through jar down there and 3 people in there. 2 are tending to the jar. 1 is an engineer tending to the pipes coming out of the jar. And inside the jar are 16 creatures balled up together, sliming over each other, and just creating the goop that surrounds them. And as you can see, the pipes are slurping up the goop. And this is going into other mechanisms, and engineers tending to those mechanisms.
Is this Numenera or Resident Evil 7?
I told you, it's weird.
Yeah. So I think Leviticus would be looking into this device, trying to understand exactly how it works. He's a tinker of all sorts, so with probably quite
So there are
scrupulous
2
morals.
people over there.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so there are 2 people over there. Would you like to approach them?
Yeah, I'm gonna look to Walter and say, "Hey, kid."
Yeah, Levi, Levy, whatever I call you.
You can call me Levi, Levy, Leviticus, whatever. those two chaps over there, they know what's going on. You're cute. You're a kid. They might talk to you if you're with me. They don't like me.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he kind of peeks and tries to look at the jars, and then just walks up, and I guess he's not the most. He doesn't really have the best, I guess you would say, congeniality when it comes to proper etiquette. So he's, hey, what's that?
And as you approach, you see this jar is about 5 feet tall.
Oh.
And about 3 feet wide. And the person in front of it is just taking notes and carefully observing these creatures. One of them, a she, is holding this clipboard-like device. The other one is just kind of getting their face up and just like standing next to the woman, just peering at them. And who are you directing this to? And then,
if and now that I see that they got these like the clipboard, I just want to kind of get behind the woman and peek at the clipboard and see if I can find out what she's writing on it, because I'm just going to be nosy.
And she goes, oh, hi there. Are you lost?
Hey,
The
he's
crew
with
quarters
me.
are upstairs.
No,
What are you doing down here, Walter?
I just wanted to see the things, and I point at I tap on the jar.
Please, don't do that. Don't. And she
Why?
holds your hand very gently and puts it away. Please, they're in the middle. They're enjoying themselves.
Oh, so are they playing a game?
They're mating.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
And they need peace and quiet. And if you want to get to Niblick, I suggest you let them make love to each other.
I'm gonna ears over hands over Walter's ears, and I push him, begin to push him back. I'm like, okay, oh right, now that's how that works. How does that work? Does that work with other people? Could that work with humans or with machines or any kind of? Is there possible to harness that energy?
Yes, we're harnessing it right now. And the other person near her, the very quiet one with kind of burnt sides, like the hair can't grow back, just goes and then walks away over to the other engineer working on the machines. And she goes, yes, they're very interesting, aren't they? I've devoted most of my life to studying them, and
fascinating.
Yeah, they're called slip goops.
Slip goops, of course.
I named them when I was very young. Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
slip goops.
And as they're in their mating ball, they create this oil from the process of mating, and we harness that oil to create energy for this ship.
Oil, okay. Fascinating. And what was your name?
Oh, my name is Pensively Kagri.
Holy shit. Fantastic. That's always love to meet. My name is Leviticus. You can call me Levi, Levy.
Oh, nice to meet you. And she just is doesn't want to touch you.
Yeah. I'm similarly not very good with touching anything but machines. I've got these oily hands where I've been scrubbing around in all sorts of different places. So I kind of
We just advise. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wipe my hand with a dirty handkerchief, and then extend it awkwardly.
Oh, and she just gives you the tips of her fingers for you to hold and shake.
I hold the tips of her fingers, shake them.
We just advise that the guests just not interact with the slip goops.
Of course, yeah. I wouldn't want to get involved in all that. That sounds
No. The
Bitch.
mating ball is very, very sensitive.
Okay. Well, I'm feeling uncomfortable, so I'm gonna head back and let you get on with your slip goops pensively.
Yes.
Well,
that's fine.
this went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick, didn't it?
Welcome to Numenera.
There's a reason I brought vodka. It's this reason.
Levy hears echoing in his head a very kind of echoey voice. Well, you and that lady aren't going to be powering the ship anytime soon, based on how she shook your hand there, guy. And a little laughing echo.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I'm not.
damn.
Don't worry. I'm not. It's. Yeah, never been. I can tell you when you're older.
Walter kind of
Shots
flinches.
fired.
It's like hearing two parents talk about filthy things.
And the other engineer is messing with the machine in the back. The man who was standing by pensively went to see him. And up on the deck, what would you two like to do before I throw something at you? Would you like to?
So at some stage, Henry will stop doing his whole rotation thing, walk over and just like reach into his jacket and pull out that box of really expensive tobacco and offer him it.
I just look it up and down, give it a quick sniff. That's all right. Just pocket it in the really weird patchwork coat. It's like, thanks.
I give him a pat on the back and I say, "No, I found it. I found it in the store. I just thought that, considering our habits, it would be a pretty decent idea to pick that box up with what little cash I had left."
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. It calms me down.
We want to keep you calm,
Yeah, you don't have any limbs left. I mean, we can always put more on, I guess.
I mean, this is true. It's not like I have, I have another arm, I suppose I could replace.
Yeah. I mean,
He gives him
you
a
would have to
smirk.
spend more time inside the ship, so you don't rust up. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, it'll be, I'm pretty good with the way I am right now. And he looks at his arm, which is covered in this really intricate rows and tribal design that goes from the elbow all the way down to the wrist. Up again.
He did say that the movement of his mechanics does not make noise.
Yes. His mechanical movement is nil. He doesn't sound like he's moving at all.
It's well oiled or very good mechanics, one of the two. But
it's probably both
yeah, I
because he
had,
has to look after himself.
Silence.
Probably both. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably both because he likes looking after himself. But yeah,
A couple of slip goops.
So,
at
Henry.
work there.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff.
oh god, he's a cyborg manscaper.
oh god,
He's a slip
he looks
goob.
at it. He gives Henry a grin and just says, "So what exactly is our plan when we get here? Just sell this shit off and see if we can get going again."
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling that they're going to try and haggle. You do the talking, and I'll stand behind you.
Try and look intimidating, and he just gives him a grin because he knows he always looks intimidating.
I'd puff up a little bit more.
That's
And
it.
you
Good
see
man.
Ryan-
I'll
Perfect.
try.
This massive man that blocks out the sun.
I mean, Henry's pretty big too. Henry's 6'7" and 225. He's a big dude too, but he just gives
Why
him
do
a
you
pat on
have
the
to
back
pick such manly men?
because we're manly men.
I did
Yeah.
not.
I think this
Well,
one.
Henry and I are on the ship. Henry and I are on the ship. We're just walking around flexing on each other the whole time. It's hilarious.
Rem and I like
Again,
these tiny
it's like
guys.
the part in Predator.
Yeah,
Go
we're
to the
essentially
parade.
JoJo characters, and then
Okay.
everyone else is just everyone else.
And
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the midst of this kind of overcast day, the sun is still coming through, but it's that harsh white light that's hard to look at in the sky. I'm pretty sure you in England understand this.
As an Englishman.
Mm.
As
Oh,
an
yes.
Irishman, I also understand this. So.
You hear from across the ship and a little bit above you, probably in that mast up there, someone going, "Oi! Oi!" And then someone comes running up and goes, "What?" And then you see this man scrabbling down from the mast. He goes like, "Okay, we have a problem." And the other guy goes like, "Okay, come to the captain. Let's figure this out." No, you go look. And they walk over to the railing and look out.
A kind gesture.
Do you guys want to do anything yet?
Can
Henry is going to incite
Mm.
that, Sif and him should go over. C and him should go over, he just taps him as it's say, come on. And he walks over to where the two guys are.
Okay, so across the way,
Thanks,
you come
Donovan.
up to the railing and you see that the sea, oh god, English, is just littered with crates and pieces of wood and metal that's light and floating, and pieces of synth, which is plastic in this universe. Just, it looks detritus, all over, and there's this derelict hull of a ship in the
Oh.
distance.
Oh.
And then man in front of you, the one that the lookout was talking to, goes, "Okay, one moment. I'm gonna go talk to Captain." And he goes walking off while the lookout just looks back at you and goes, "You better get below," and then goes back to his post.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Do Livy and
Yeah,
do we hear
that's what
this?
I'm asking. Yeah, do Walter and
You're
Lev.
in the hall. You're in
Yeah.
the engine room.
Okay, yeah.
Inside.
Watching
So
mating.
The first thing that I do is pull out my assault rifle. So if anyone else wants to figure out what that is, just Google 416C is what it is. He pulls
It's
it
a
out and he
pew-pew.
looks. It's a big gun. He looks at Henry and he just says,
You're
"Alright,
Henry."
that's My Henry.
No, you are Henry.
I am Henry.
I'm Sykes.
He looks at Sykes and he
Sykes.
says,
Looks in the
I'm
mirror.
getting mixed up. He looks at Sykes and he
Turns
looks in the
fans
mirror and he
mirror.
goes, yeah, that's good. He looks at Sykes and he says, all right, let's get downstairs. Worst comes to worst, we have to get upstairs afterwards. Come on.
I just grunt and follow.
That's what you do. All right,
Fine.
as you head downstairs, there's the clunk of your feet hit the metal grating walking down the stairs. It's echoing through the first deck, which you can see is pretty nice. This is the deck where you're gonna find your quarters, which you're basically doubled up because you're not that rich.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And also the quarters for the sailors, which are in an open space with hammocks. There are stairs further downwards to the lower decks. And if you don't want to do anything, I'm going to say in a few minutes past.
And he's going to look at Silk and he's going to say, you go grab the extra ammunition and stuff. I'm going to go let the two guys know downstairs what's going on.
Oh, okay. So
Right,
you're going to
fine.
head further downwards. Another deck is where the cargo is. Immediately you see doors and just stairs downwards. It's not a big space because those doors lead further into holds with more cargo. Where your cargo is, the last of your money went into that. And another set of stairs downwards, you head down to the engine room in the mechanics department.
So the minute he walks in, he just goes, all right, people, we got problems. Get up to the second deck.
What's going on?
We seem to have found a space hulk. Oh wait, sorry, wrong fandom. We seem to have found
Well done. Thank you,
just a
buddy.
wreck of a ship. It looks like everything in it has been destroyed. So I suggest you guys get upstairs out of here.
Great. I get all excited. I grab my my yolk, which is my clawed spear, and I kind of like grab it, and I'm like, "This, where do we go? Oh, the kid."
Walter's digging into his pouch for one of his ciphers. Now, quick rules question. With ciphers, do I have to use a cipher if it's mine, or can I pass it to somebody
You could
else?
pass it to someone else.
I take out a little pill, and I just kind of say, if anyone needs to get a better look at it, this will increase your sight for up to 10 times. It's just how good it is for normal. I don't know if you can't see what else is out there, or something else took it out, but then I kind of offer it to anybody who wants to use it.
Henry just taps his synthetic eye and he says, I'm good, kid. Thanks anyway.
It's okay.
Can't take candy from a kid. I'm gonna like palm it back to you, like close your palm, give you like a pat on the back, and I'm gonna. Does Walter carry any like weaponry on him?
As far as Walter's gear, let me
Oh,
he's
yeah.
got he's got a
You have
pocket
a
knife
pocket knife, yeah.
and
that's-
his fists, but
Yeah,
you know
okay.
that Walter has mental capabilities that can he would not decline a weapon.
Yeah. I think I've got a spare like little dagger or something. Small.
Yeah, dagger would be about what he could handle. As a nano,
Yeah.
he can only handle a light weapon.
Light weapon.
I got
Yeah.
little hands.
Yeah, like Henry just like looks around on his person. He's like all these knives, and he finds like one that's small enough for him to use. And he gives it around to him. It's in the sheath and everything, so like you can attach it to your leg or whatever. He hands it to you.
I take that too.
Yeah, I give the.
Does anyone else have a weapon they want to strap to me?
Everybody's offering you knives.
Yeah.
I'm still like,
These are the
Can't
most
give the kid a
responsible
knife.
adults.
Let's get a kid a
I
knife.
mean, I can't give him a gun because
Yeah.
they're too big.
I'm
Unless
gonna-
they give him
Makes you
like a
feel any
2-2.
better.
So
If I was there, you wouldn't get Jack.
Yeah, I'm gonna like put my
I have a
hands
Jack.
on.
His name is Will.
Exactly. I'm gonna put my hands on like shoulders, and just kind of like kneel down to him and say, "All right, stick close to me. Try not to do. If we get in trouble, then use your brain, and we'll stick behind the big guys, okay?"
You hear in your head, will do.
All right, and I like ruffle his hair, like still pretending he's just a little kid.
How old is our dear little
He's about 11,
Walter? Okay.
11 or 12.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm somewhere in my 20s.
This
so.
wasn't an opportune time to teach an 11-year-old what sex was?
Oh, Faust probably knows all about that.
Okay.
Faust would have told him.
Oh. Okay.
Duh.
So, are you leaving the engine room?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay.
Maybe.
As you emerge from the engine room, the tinge of oil, and you could breathe a little easier up here. And are you going to go up to the cargo hold, or the next deck up to the living quarters?
I want to go to the living quarters because Sif has all my new weapon, has all my extra ammo, which I'll probably need, considering.
Okay. So a couple minutes pass, and then you hear, "Oh, hands on deck!"
Walter's instinctively going, oop.
Feet going up the stairs, the metal grate stairs, hitting the deck and just bumping over your head.
Let's get up there, kid.
Yeah.
You see Henry look at Sif and just like, he's not looking at him as he like clicks a magazine into like the bottom of his gun and he goes click, clack, and he just looks at him and goes, "Time to go to work."
Can you not
You
be...
just want to do 80s lines.
Yeah,
don't
I'm
you?
gonna say to Henry, can you not be such a fucking cowboy around a kid?
I mean, the kid can stay behind me, and you.
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
so he's fine.
That's the plan. Just the one-liners.
He's looking at Sif, the other big dude here.
I
So
am
it's
the
fine.
escort quest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I look,
you are.
I look sideways and then down at Walter. Like, huh.
Yeah, like we actually have to
Sykes
crane
above
our
you.
necks
Yeah,
down. to look
Sykes
at them.
above you, Walter, is just a massive bear man.
A
Because the raggedy
resplendent
pelt
offering.
just makes him look like an animal. You can barely see his actual beady eyes
Thanks,
far
monkey.
in the freaking mountainous distance of his face, and looking down upon you.
It's probably a
Oh,
little
wow.
different for Henry because Henry's a little bit less, raggedy and stuff, but he definitely is a mountain of an individual all the same. So
I
And,
kind of
and
look.
being in this small space too is just like amplifying how crowded it is.
So
I
just
kind of
And I probably don't smell great.
yeah.
Oh no, he doesn't. He smells like tobacco, piss, and like blood.
Yeah,
The
pretty
wombo
much.
combo. Just had a donation from Monkey Fluff.
yeah.
Wants to give everyone a wild magic for everyone.
Oh.
In fact, is it a potion
Oh,
or a
damn.
wild magic? Let me know, Monkey Fluff. And fantastic, we can roll those whenever Jupiter wants us to. But yeah, I'm gonna run up to deck, I guess, to the top and see what's going on.
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
We all bolt up the deck. It's all a good time.
Yeah, the wild magic surge. Let's just roll them and see what they are, and I can see if I can.
So D10K, right?
Yeah, wild magic potion punch. I think it's actually a potion, which is slightly different. Which could
Right.
come in any form in Numenera, I guess. But I believe that is a D166. A D166, so like 166, like so. I believe. I could be wrong.
166 is what you're saying.
Let me double check. It could be a 33. Math is very difficult for me.
Math is very difficult.
Well,
as
then
is meth.
before I roll it, I'll wait for your verdict.
I mean, there's two things that are difficult in modern society: meth and math.
That's
This
a
is
myth.
true.
It is
I guess,
a
like, thematically could
35, actually. Sorry, 33. My bad. Sorry.
You'll have to. You have the wild magic list, right?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
See,
Alright.
thematically.
I'm
could
actually looking up that free cipher from earlier.
See.
So Reb and I both rolled an 11.
Oh, cool. You-
Thematically, could Walter like run to like the cargo and like grab some things and hey, here, take this,
What?
Hey, this is
you want to
dangerous to
run
go
into
alone.
the cargo, eh?
huh?
If you run down one deck, you reach for the cargo door. There's like two doors, one on your left, one on your right. Both of them are locked.
Oh, are they normally locked?
Yeah, it's people's cargo.
Okay.
You don't go rifling through people's cargo.
I have cargo in there. Maybe I want to check out. Like, fine. And I'll just and you hear like, damn humans, and I storm back up the to find Levy and all these people.
So I've posted what the different potions do in the chat. Mikey and Rem got 11s, I believe. Zoom.
Okay. It's like HF. Okay, here we go. Okay. So basically, there's essentially ciphers.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
These are fine. These are fine. As you go up onto the deck, I'll save these actually for just a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
They're basically healing potions, most of them.
Yeah,
Sweet.
most of them.
I mean, so far we basically got two ciphers per character that are just sitting there in the wake waiting to appear.
So as you come up on deck, you see most of the sailors. There's about 4 other sailors other than the lookout peering out upon. You're completely surrounded by pieces of floating what was priorly a ship, maybe 2. You don't know. There's so much there, and it's clunking.
So you're saying
against
it's
the
a
hull.
space hook, is what you're saying?
It's
It's literally just like 10 or 12 ships just like combined together and just been like, well, now we got this shit to deal with.
It's Watson and Jetson.
And there is a person, 2 people up there who look a little better dressed than the sailor, and 2 people who look immensely better dressed than the sailor. Their coats are thick. They have like the consistency of like whale skin, and which is really great in this environment because the water just sloughs off in it, but it has like the most gorgeous metal pieces made to look like epaulets and just decorative stuff all over them.
The most expensive thing that Henry owns is his arm.
Yeah, pretty much.
I still prefer my coat. My coat's better.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. At least yours is more functionable. You know, it'll work no matter
Yeah.
where you go.
Grr.
And they're also looking out at this, and the people who are better dressed are grouping around each other to talk. And the
Do you
sailors,
recognize any of them as the captain, by the way? Any of those 4 people who are better dressed?
you recognize one of them as the captain, and the other one is the chief officer, and the 2 other lesser but still better dressed as the deck officers.
So the 2 mid-tier plebs is what you're saying are the deck officers, and then the 2
The deck
higher
officers
tier
are
plebs.
lower than the chief and the captain. Yes.
Yeah. So Henry will just sort of like kind of walk over and be like, "So what exactly is going on here? How do we deal with this situation, Captain?" He'll speak directly to the captain.
To the captain. The captain turns around and
He's holding his assault rifle, by the way. He is actually armed in front of her.
Okay. And she turns around at you, and she has blonde hair, but like deep brown, nut brown skin. But it is just ripped, torn to shreds around her neck. Doesn't matter. It's an old scar. And she looks at you with these like really scarily blue eyes, like unnaturally
Like icy
bright.
blue? Like
It's
icy...
not even that they're icy blue. It's just like they seem to be glowing from within.
Too much blue is what you're saying. Too much
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little off-putting. She looks at you and goes
blue.
like,
Henry's seen worse.
It looks like a shipwreck. There's just so much of it. We're trying to figure out what this is. Can you spot any recognizable pieces in the water? Is what we're trying to do right now.
Well,
Oh, Mikey went.
The suspense is killing me.
I'll take a
we'll
look
give you a
at
hand
the
with that
pieces,
since
I
we have
guess.
nothing better to do. So
Oh.
yeah, we'll give you a hand with that since you're not embarrassed.
Walter wants to grab like anything kind of like a long pole with a hook on it that might be laying around and try to like pick up a piece of whatever's in the water.
Okay, so we'll figure out the looky-loo people first.
Okay.
So give me a roll. This is straight D20 roll. This is Numenera. So everything has a task difficulty. This is going, and in the beginning, I'm going to tell you the level of difficulty right off. And then as we go on, not so much. It's going to be a level 3 task, which is demanding to find anything recognizable in this wreck. And level 3 basically means it requires your full attention, and most people have a 50-50 chance succeed. You have to beat a 9 when you roll.
Okay. So my only question is, does my synthetic eye help with this, since it has various different viewfinders and stuff in it?
I'll give you 1 step of difficulty easier. Also,
Thanks.
Walter has an eagle's eye. Too.
That poor eagle.
Yeah,
Well,
jeez.
Ooh.
I rolled a 2, so I failed either way.
Well,
Yes.
Walter will ingest the eagle's eye and give him all kinds of fancy vision. He can see up to 10 times magnification, so he's just gonna like scan everything to look for some kind of important thing.
So this is what you're
Okay.
going to do instead of trying to pick up debris?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
So your eagle's eye is popped. Actually, Levi got 9. So.
Yeah, I just got it.
Okay, so as both of you basically spot essentially the same thing. You do see more decorative scrolling on the ship, which you tell the captain, and the captain is like mulling it over in her memory of if she saw that ship before, off of the decorations you are describing to her. But mostly what you see is there are some pieces that obviously were part of a flat deck, and they seem to have been violently splintered from below.
So
So
it's effectively an
the
explosion
hole
of
seemed
some
to be
nature.
made from below.
Yeah, I guess I'll point that out, and I'll say, hey, look over there, that bit there, that's not normal breakaway. See, usually when something gets torn away, it's quite natural. That looks like someone quite violently brought it apart, maybe like a explosion of some sort, or maybe shattered against something, internal combustion of the engine.
Could have been something ripped apart from the inside out.
Yeah, that is one theory, Henry, but I'm going with the, oh no, crashed against a rock theory right now.
Or
To not scare the
explosions.
kids.
Explosions aren't all too uncommon.
You
Those are
hear,
too.
Levi, you hear in your head, could some kind of force have taken it from beneath? Something living?
That's what Henry was suggesting. Like a Leviathan just went, nah, fam,
You
you're in my
did
ocean.
hear that, Henry.
Oh yeah, that's telepathic talk to me, I guess, right?
That's telepathic.
Yeah, but that was what
Okay.
Henry was suggesting to start. He was suggesting something tore it apart.
Yeah, so was I, to be fair, 'cause I'm just like, I've never killed a sea creature before.
He's like, I'm having
Let's
a
just
to
dive in.
fam.
You kind of feel like, because I can take a deep look if I need to. And you see Walter kind of like grab a piece of rope, kind of hinting to maybe be lowered down to the water so he can tip his head down and look, since he's got like that 10 times supervision.
Yeah.
Who wants to lower him? The sailors are busy looking at the
I'm
debris.
little.
Guys, do you mind?
Literally, I'd imagine to be a case of anyone could do it, but Henry just like looks at Sif and just taps him and says, "Come on, let's do this.
I'm the wee cabin boy.
Let's go fishing.
Let's go fishing with live bait."
Are you both going to do it?
Is
or-
there any other way?
Well,
Henry will let Sif do it if he wants to do it.
At
You know,
least,
it's not too
at
big
least
for him.
tie one end of this to like the railing, so that if you slip, I'm at least
I hear Winky coming in a little.
Can you at least no.
Henry
trying not
Henry will take like the end of the rope and tie it to like those like knot things that are in like on the mast to stop like sailors from falling off in like really bad storms. He'll tie
Okay.
the end of it to that, so that way even if he does drop, we can pull him out of the water.
Okay, so one is in mass, one person's holding the rope. Okay, and you're going to climb down, Walter.
Yeah, Walter's
Or be
going to
Okay.
be lowered or jump or whatever. Walter's got
Walter's
the
just going to repel
he's-
down like he's solid snake.
All right,
he's got-
give me a roll.
And this
going
is
to
where
be
we
a
find
level
out.
2 task, which
Okay.
means you have to beat a 6. It's a typical task requiring focus
Okay.
that most people can
There we
do.
go.
You're fine. You wrap your hands around this grimy rope. It's obviously been used so many times, and the deck officers approach you and are quite wary about this. They do not want the guests being lowered to the water. And
I just look
Yeah.
over at him.
I'll
as a,
explain. As his guardian, this is totally fine.
So one of the deck officers comes up and he goes like, "I don't think so. We can't allow you to do that. That already this is a weird situation. Let's not put the child in the water."
As a nano, for one of my esoteries, I have ward, so I have a shield of energy around me that helps deflect attacks.
You didn't
Again.
pick ward. You picked
I didn't.
scan and
Scan.
hedge.
That's right, I did pick scan. I lied.
You lie.
I did lie. Hedge magic.
He remembers at the end of the rope. Oh shit!
And then where is it? Then I'll use what is it? Because I'm gonna use damn power. God dang it. As a tier 1 mental power, I have telepathic,
Yes, you can telepathy.
and I want to like
Let me
Just
double
burn.
check exactly what you can get away with.
I didn't know. It's my first time playing.
I know. I just want to make sure. I think they have to.
I can speak telepathically with others who are within short range. Communication is two-way, but the other party must be willing and able to communicate.
Okay.
Okay.
I think they would be willing and able to communicate. You have an edge in
That's
that,
true.
which means that will be free because
Okay.
telepathy requires 1 intellect point, and since you have 1 edge, it's free.
Ah, thank you. So Walter's just gonna like eyeball, like the guy in head, and just like have Faust speak to him. I know what I'm doing. The kid knows what he's doing. Don't worry
And-
about us.
The deck officer that spoke just like brings back and goes,
Yeah.
Oh.
And Walter's gonna smile. And then
Um,
You get used to it. Don't worry.
Well, how about what are you trying to look for here? I'm really against putting a kid in the water.
Trust me,
Was
it's just
there
like
me
a.
in the water.
a
He says as
baptism.
he like points out the fact he's like covered in metal.
I'm fine with
And-
you going maybe in the water. Can you sign something first that says we're not?
No, because I would
Bloody
fall apart.
democracy.
Because he points at his metal arm. Like, yeah.
I'm
How
just
about we get one of the
there.
sailors to do that? We're not going to let the guests go crawling
Walter-
around the ship.
From the look of things, you're currently busy. So let us do what we're doing, and you go focus on your own shit. How's that
All
sound?
right, we're going to make this a roll because we are really against it. I will pick a difficulty level for this. As a GM, this is all I do. It's going to be challenging, so it's going to be a level 5, so you have to beat a 15.
Nice. By the
Who
way,
would like to persuade?
we have got
Well,
20
this is like you-
retweets. Sorry.
Since
go
I'm the one doing most of the talking, I'll make the roll, even though undoubtedly I won't roll anything higher than 15. But
Okay.
That works.
doing the talking.
Yeah, we have hit 20 retweets, so whenever you want to bring in a viewer decision, Jupiter, you can decide on
God.
something for the viewers
nice.
to
Okay.
do.
So, because we already... I will pick the viewer decision too. Basically, you have
I had the
convinced-
flex, and I'm just like, yes.
It's like, oh, okay, you know what, kid, if you're gonna go and he gives you a cipher, this will be the cipher that we had.
Okay.
Everybody else gets those potions and such that you had before.
Yeah.
What does I get again? I get a resistance potion. Pretty cool.
These will be in the crew area
Okay.
for you to grab. They're there for like the first aid clinic medical bay area.
Nice. Yeah.
Since they're mostly healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And for you, for the free cipher, it gives you, Walter, this object, and he tells you, all right, this is a water breathing. It'll give you 20 minutes.
Okay.
Don't drown. Hold on to the rope. And he's like, just a moment. And then he just makes the sailor's knot. and like,
He ties it like it should be tied.
and like ties it actually because your knots are terrible. And he
Yeah.
reties your knots, and he's like, I will be right here.
Okay, and I'm gonna have go into like telepathically into his head. Don't worry, if anything happens, I'll tell you anything that goes on. So it's like, hey, I'm in the water, but I can communicate through telepathy. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of nifty.
Again, the voice is like, just okay.
Henry would just
Oh.
Henry would just pat the deck officer on the shoulder and say, "Thanks for that. Don't worry." We'll
they- They just see me and me just stare at the officer, and then he gets really unnerved.
And
You're doing
I'd
that
like to
creepy
think that
Damien stare.
I'd like to think as well that I've just been stood there the whole time, holding part of the rope, just looking around, like waiting for a decision, getting ready to throw a child into the water.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Henry does his whole like normal like socially inept thing that you're just like, how the fuck did he do this? He just
Yeah.
did it.
That was a good roll. Chance is great. So you're now correctly tied in. They You climb over the edge of the railing, you get your feet on the other side, and this is like the slick metal hull of the tanker. And luckily, every time your feet don't quite make contact enough, the rope arrests you so you can get your grip back. There are some portholes on the side that you can grip onto. And what are you going to do? You said you're going to put your head under the water?
Yeah, I want to like, he's got the overall idea. What my plan is, as Walter is, I'm going to go into the water, and I'm telepathically linked to both Levy and the shipmate. I can see about 10 times, essentially wherever I want to look.
Yeah.
And I also have scan, so if I do see something weird, I'm gonna, what is it? And try and figure out what it is down there.
Okay.
We just made a reverse periscope.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, yes. Also,
Yeah.
the fact you didn't say, I like how you stopped yourself saying fishy, because you avoided the pun,
Hey,
but, you know.
trust me, I'm getting good at this serious thing. I'm getting good at it.
No, you see, the puns are fine. You just, like, it's like me, like, I go, oh, it's a Space Hulk, but no, it isn't. You know,
I know
can
what
make
Space Hulk is.
Yeah, it's all jokes.
I get it.
Don't worry.
I smiled on the inside.
All right, the
How's the smell?
water, it's much colder here, down near the water. And you're going to go in it? Okay.
Yeah.
As you dip in, the water is freezing. It tastes salty as fuck. And have you taken your cipher yet?
Yeah, I'll inject it or swallow it or drizzle in my eyes.
Let's make it a pill. Let's make
Okay.
it. All right.
All right,
Pop
cool.
it in. And as you go under, you're not quite, you have that instinct to not breathe in water. And it's fighting with how long you can hold your breath. Because you just want to hold your breath. It's natural. But eventually you have to gulp in the water and you panic a bit.
It's very confusing to Faust, who's just like, oh shit, that's right, yeah, humans have to breathe. But wait, you can do it underwater. Oh, you know, just.
And it's murky-ish underneath here, but you do have Eagle's Eye that you pop, which I will be removing from your pack.
Okay.
Really quick to remind myself that you have already taken care of it. And as you look out, it's a level 4, isn't it? Okay. All right. Let me check. Okay, you can actually see it.
Yeah.
Far in the murky distance, it is like this dark gray-green. You can see a flash of a long, thin, bronze, what looks like a series of long pennant banners wafting through the waves. And then it goes into the distance. And then there's another one further back, so it's not as shiny, but it just looks like long, beautiful, flapping pennant banners.
Yet again, I have to ask, is this Call of Cthulhu or Numenera?
It's Call of Cthulhu,
Also-
but never an
¿Quién
now.
no los dos?
Also, Will, you've been muted this whole time if you've been saying anything, just so you know.
No. I mute up. For,
I'm gonna send a message up to Levy. Do you see what looks like any kind of shining banners or such that might have surfaced above the water?
You're saying that to Levy, okay.
Have I seen anything like that?
No.
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
I'm going to then use scan. My edge reduces it by 1.
Which means your overall, you are now at 13 intellect.
Okay. And I just want to kind of try and scan one of those things. This is a 10-foot cube. So
What is
see
the range again for that?
you scan an area equal to in size, including the area must. Oh, F my life. Must be within short range. Damn it. Okay.
Yep. Your scan does nothing. There's water and salt and some like sea creatures. There's some weird metal and wood bits in the water, synth bits.
So I just go, hey! Okay, never mind.
You poop a little.
I do.
Alright.
I do a little bit. And so I'm gonna just kind of then just feed this information back to both Levy and the crewman to say what I'm seeing down here.
Okay. And above the water, you see the deck officer just like is in the weird like, oh my god, something's talking to my head again. And the deck officer goes like, and just bolts for the captain.
Um,
And
Hey,
then they
what the
start
hell
to,
are we-
in the distance, you see the group of the four of them, the two deck officers, the chief officer, and the captain, are just like turn around and go and listening, and you can see their face journey. Their face journey, just
Like he zooms in with his like synthetic eye so he can see better. He's just like turn up that zoom all the way. And he can see other faces all the better.
I just imagine your freaking monocle thing that you're doing here. 'Cause you did monocle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's
No,
a
it's like a
gentleman and a
spyglass.
yeah, it's a gentleman and a scholar. Like he's totally got like a monocle and a top hat on at the same time.
Oh, also, Jupiter,
You
did
see
you?
their face journeys just go. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to ask
Oh.
if you want to bring in your decision at some point. Yeah.
Viewer decision. What does? Let's figure out what does a sailing ship look like. And this is weird Numenera, so it could be like a hollowed out puffer fish.
Nice.
It could be like a basically a congealed wind spirit. Whatever you want.
All right, sweet.
Make it weird.
It could
like,
be a succubus boat.
made of succubi. I don't care.
A succubo.
It should be weird. I need a ship.
All right, let's do it, guys. Fantastic.
Thanks for
I
reminding
heard you
me.
like boats and succubuses, so I put them together and made this.
Yeah. Numenera is just strange as fuck.
Well, this is where Henry dies because he's like, ooh, hot chick.
Okay, so their face journeys, the two deck officers, chief officer, and the captain are just listen, and then sort of like, and the captain just is like, talks to them a little bit more, and they split, and the sailors are rounded up, and the captain comes up to you and says like, we're leaving now.
So where exactly are we going? Are we going to get the
We're
port, or
going
are
to
we going-
Niblick. That's where we were going, but we're leaving right now.
Wow.
Cool
That's
with
probably
me.
a good idea. Seeing as there's
Literally,
something down
Henry just responds with "cool with me" and proceeds to pull the kid out of the water.
I'm gonna say I've been stood there the whole time with the rope. Like, is anything gonna happen? I'm fishing with a child and nothing's biting. Like, what's going on?
I am physically fishing with something that's so big he could actually feed a pretty decent sized shark. But no, nothing.
Okay, so we're going to have a few hours of sailing. Do you want to do anything in those few hours?
Henry will eventually ask. Sorry, getting me. Yeah, Henry will eventually ask if he can have some of that tobacco that he bought because he's just like bored as shit.
I'll allow it. I
Well,
mean, you
you
bought
pull out-
it for me, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, he'll pull out like some rolling papers and roll himself up like a cigar, and offer you a puff from it as well, and do the whole breath thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and during this time in the hours, the ship, usually the sailors talking, the ship like working, all the people on the ship working, it's gotten like strangely tense. Just and people don't want to talk to you as much. I mean, they
Henry
didn't
will
really want to
offer-
talk to you anyways, but
Henry
like
will offer the captain some tobacco because she looks stressed to fuck out.
she goes, "What's this?
You smoke it.
It won't do anything weird like turn my skin purple."
Not as far as I know, anyway. It's literally just tobacco.
I'm not purple.
Yeah, he's smoking it and he's fine. So,
Oh,
well, relatively
Okay.
fine. But
That's
thank
good
you
logic.
very much. Just be safe. No more
We're always
dangling
safe.
off the side of the boat.
The kid was fine. Henry just kind of shrugs like the kid was fine. Don't
He
worry.
didn't die.
No. I was worried about him too. It's nice to know though that he knows what he's doing at the very least. We can trust him a bit more. That kind of-
Do we have any viewer decision on the ships?
We're still polling right now. I'll post
Okay.
it in chat when we're ready. I'm gonna go grab the stuff in the medical bay, I guess.
Okay, so you'll grab those potions, healing potions.
Yeah.
Walter is going to want to do like a what is it in Treasure Island where he like tries to hide and overhear something. Maybe from some of the higher group. He's not going to try and sneak somewhere where he is not really allowed, but maybe like just outside of a window or on top of a smokestack that he can hear down, or something like that.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Ooh, I don't like.
The difficulty for this will be. What did you already roll? Don't do it. You.
Is it a 1?
You fail. No, it's just gonna be a 2, but you didn't get a 6, so you try to sneak around, but some sailors just grab your ruffle and are just like, "What are you doing, kid? You need to be more careful. Get out of the way."
He's like, hey, oh god, I went winky.
I noticed.
I went full winky. You never go full winky.
Go full winky. If you go winky, the ship will sinky. So Walt, he's just fine. Jeez, and he just storms off like a kid. God, stupid. And then Faust in his head's like, calm down. Just stop it. Stop being so dramatic. As he goes and maybe tries to find any kind of books he can read through, or figure out what the hell he saw some banners. Maybe that's part of a civilization. He's gonna do like a library thing.
This,
Maybe we'll see him like running about and just like put up a book. This is a history book on like his hometown. He just offers it to him as like a distraction. Like, here, kid, read this. It's just a history book on New Forcia, but you know, it's nothing that it'll distract you.
I will also say, the captain noticed that there was a child on board and gave you access to her very small, but still, library that you can go into. So, an XP for you for trying to make yourself better. I will also give Will an XP in retrospect for asking about the slip goops.
Hey, yo.
Because any interest in the world is rewarded.
Yeah, I was actually going to say I'm probably going to go below Dex, and Levi's interest has drawn him back in like that horrid fascination where it's like you can't not look, and
They're
probably...
like
a train wreck.
There is a
It looks
specific
like a train wreck.
creature that we have in our time. This like mucky creature that if you try to touch it, it'll like release all this sticky, slippery goop.
the thing from
that is what
Finding
that
Nemo. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stare at it and probably ask more
Or
questions.
every single morph from Resident Evil.
Tender, the pensively. Sorry.
Pensively tender.
Pensively is sitting off to the side in a nice little desk, scribbling at things, and she allows you a little bit forward, and as long as you don't tap on things.
Yeah. So.
And I'll give you another XP for just hanging out near
Yeah.
the scoop.
I probably want to talk to the blokey science-y guy as well as her, because she seemed kind of creepy.
Okay, so there is there's the guy who has like the fire mangled skin on both sides of his head,
That's kind of creepy too.
And the other man who is tending the machines more readily, basically has like a shock of red hair. It's really trying to be blonde, but it isn't.
Yeah, I get it.
And he just has like a very square, plain face. There you go.
Poor
And
guy.
those are the two tending to the. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to that guy and I'll be like, sorry, go ahead, mate.
Go ahead, Will.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I was just going to ask.
Oh man, we're on a delay.
Oh, god damn it! God damn it! God damn it! God damn it, Will.
We're
No,
both
you go
too
ahead.
gentle.
first.
Really.
This is too English.
This is way too.
The rest of the stream is just, no, you go. No, you go.
What's that? It's getting too English. Need to get some America in here.
Yeah, where's my America?
Right.
Yeah. No, Mikey, go first. I'm gonna sort out my internet real quick.
Okay. So the only thing that I wanted to ask was, did the captain seem pensive or like disgusted in reacting with me?
No, she's just incredibly, unerringly calm.
Okay, that's a good thing because Henry understands that he's worked with people in the guards who are pretty, just chill all the time no matter the situation. Getting shot at, not a single bead of sweat. Getting ripped to shreds, not a single piece of sweat. He understands the whole, constantly chill people. So,
Yeah.
You
You don't know whether it's because she can't empathize or she's just really good at keeping her head on straight. And that's what gives you a little bit of a, like, you're not sure if she would actually care if you fell over, but like contract-wise, she would be like, darn, I wouldn't get a contract.
Damn, my contract has failed. Now I have a bad name.
Yeah.
Shit. He doesn't really mind either.
And a lovely XP for you for inquiring about an NPC. I am going to be XP showering.
Well, while this is all going on, I'd like to kind of be on the deck looking into the water, just because it was mentioned something was there, and I'm just really, really eager to find it. And checking my chronometer as well, just so that I'm aware of
Oh, yes.
certain aspects. of
I should
things.
roll for that. No, I know what day it is.
Right now. Shit.
Go! And
If I see something in the water,
yeah,
just carnage.
carnage all over. Okay.
Ooh, hello.
Oh, we just lost Mikey.
Someone.
Oh no.
Yeah, we did.
The thing in the water got him.
Oh no!
I'll go get him.
Jump
What?
in.
What's funny is in yesterday's Thursday game, Winky was actually started off on a boat. And you can imagine what happened.
He jumped off the boat, didn't he?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there was a fire in front, and so he panicked and tried to get away from the fire, which meant jumping off the back of the boat
Mm-hmm.
and almost drowning.
Are we gonna wait for him?
Nah, let's just carry on if we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the viewer decision?
Yeah, let's see. We got a freeway tie apparently at the moment. Ooh. I've got a vote. on
Freeway
this.
tie. We need people to break the tie.
Absolutely.
Maybe I should just go in and vote for one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna open another tab. I don't need another thing. Just-
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Levi's
Whatever
gonna.
one breaks.
Man, I feel like I'm on a delay here on fucking Zoom. I hate it. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to the red hair, blonde hair blokey and gain whatever knowledge I can from him, and then go back to looking after Walter.
Okay. And so you basically learned that the machine C10s are very specifically made, and they're the only of their kind, to process this oil made from the slip scoops into a combustible substance that the smokestacks are peeling out this kind of like dark green smoke.
Gross.
And it's very proud of what he's done, since this is the only thing of its kind anywhere.
Would it be the sort of substance that, as combustible, could it blow up a hole in a ship similar to the one that I saw earlier today?
Oh, you're asking him? He goes, most likely not. This needs very specific pressures that this machine can create before it can actually get to that process. This is probably why the slip goops haven't been discovered earlier as this kind of energy source.
Right. Okay, well, thanks, mate. I'll see you around.
No problem. Stay safe.
Does Walter find anything in his research by any chance?
What are you? Are you looking at the history
Yes.
book? That
I'm trying to look for like maybe some banners. He said there were banners or pennants on this thing. I'm trying to see. Well, maybe that's belongs to a nation or like that's what's going on in Walter's head.
Okay. So as you come, okay, good player, good.
Yeah, that's right. I
XP
know
for
what
you
I'm-
because you come across in the captain's library.
Yeah, I'm
There
not going
is
to do
a
anything in this
book-
game but read in this library. I've got 2 XP already for it.
There is a strange book that kind of like flips like a notepad of drawings of sea creatures. And one of them has long, tapering tentacles.
Okay. Let me check my inventory. I've got something I can do.
And written above it, I'm not sure if you're literate or not, but is your character literate?
He's got an intel of like 15, so does that mean he's literate?
From
Does
your
he have-
background, have you ever been taught? Languages?
Sure, yeah, we'll say he's literate. He's
Okay. Above it, written in the truth is like common in this world, is written bronze banner. And it looks like a long squid.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that being said, do I have anything? No, I don't have anything to. I'm gonna try and look for any kind of calligraphy materials, so I can just copy down what this looks like and like.
So you're gonna steal stuff from the captain's quarters?
No, I'm not stealing. I'm stealing. Well, I just said I'm not stealing. I'm stealing. I'm gonna try and grab like a piece of parchment. Just it could be even in the trash. Unfold it and then like go to like an inkwell or whatever they write with. What kind of slug monster that spits ink out? And try to draw down this creature. Write down the information about it. So I got it on me.
Okay. Let's just say
Research.
you have a nice little slip of information that you've accumulated.
Yeah.
All right. So you know what it is.
And
Maybe.
I send the information to Levy.
Okay. Levy knows now.
Or I'm like, Levy, get out a pen and paper.
Okay.
Don't you get out a pen and paper right now. Listen.
Okay.
So yeah, Walter's sitting here. He's like pilfering through this. It's called a book. Yeah, I think that's what we call it. Anyway, it's got some scribblings in it, and a picture of, well, it looks like a big fat bronze-colored thing with little leggies coming out of it. It looks kind of stupid, but it matches what we saw under the water. Apparently it's dangerous. I think he found it in like this. It's weird. The book says monster manual. I don't know what that could be.
Weird.
But yeah, but it's not really arranged by CR level. It's just by whatever order the captain was taking his downloads in.
Nightmare.
So just copy down all the stuff I'm about to tell you right now, and I give them all the info about what I'm finding about the gold bronze banner.
I scribble
Okay.
it.
Does
Alright.
it turn into the Hulk?
Faithful.
Bronze banner, Bruce banner.
Viewer decision yet?
Yeah, check the Zoom chat. We've got a winner.
Okay. All right.
Wow. Which is fantastic as well.
I love it. All right. The winner is, and I will describe. Okay. A couple hours later, you hear footsteps over the deck again, and calls and cries from the sailors. And if one of you comes out, which I assume you do,
Yeah.
I'd probably be already
in the distance,
on deck.
I'm still reading.
a
want that
sailing
XP.
ship is like a grouping of unborn conjoined twins. It's a melting flesh pot of genetic material and twisted limbs, and there's too many eyes. It just looks like a malformed fetus that like tried to be born, and there's spinal protrusions which they have attached piece of cloth on for like masts for the sails. Good job, chat. That is sufficiently horrific and what the fuck for Numenera.
Wow.
So in the distance, but however, there seems to be something wrong.
You don't
Oh,
say.
something's wrong. So there's nothing wrong about
Nothing
this.
wrong with this.
It's weird.
The fetus, this like this abortion ship coming at us.
Abortion ship.
No,
The abortion
I think it's abandon ship
Yeah.
is the phrase.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
What?
Point of XP.
Yeah, for me or him?
For him!
Damn it! I started it.
No, but it's...
I fished it.
remember, you can use your XP to re-roll
Yeah.
if you want. So don't forget about that.
What looks
Where is-
bad in the distance if this looks completely normal to me?
Okay, so you also see... You hear, like, over the waves. It's very dim. You hear shouting and screams. And around the abortion ship, the abandoned ship, sorry, are these long, thin, flat, bronze tentacles just wrapping around the ship. The ship is screaming too. It's more of a
Oh.
long, guttural scream coming from something that resembles a mouth.
I kind of just wanted to die. It's just- Is it really that bad if it goes away?
And the chief officer, who is on the deck with you, goes like, "Oh my God, that's the lady of a cack. Full speed! We have to help them."
The what? The lady of a... What?
The lady of a cack.
I feel like is that just like
AQQAK.
No, good
And the
kick.
ship gathers up speed. The two smokestacks just belch dark green smoke behind you, and The deck officers are running around trying to assemble. Hi, Mikey.
Hey, guess what? We're
PC
fine.
hard crashed.
Should I repeat what happened? Or you could tell really
Everything.
quick to him.
All of it.
I want to hear this again. It's beautiful.
Basically,
Okay.
I didn't hear a thing after you told me what happened with the captain.
Once wasn't enough.
Okay.
Once was not enough.
So a couple hours later in the distance, you see faintly, basically, this is the viewer decision what the ship is. The sailing ship that looks like a grouping of unborn conjoined twins. It's like a melting flesh pot of twisted limbs and too many eyes, and the spinal protrusions it has, they've affixed sails on. And around the ship, like you can hear screaming and yells from it, from obviously like people on the ship. And wrapped around it are thin bronze tentacles, completely encompassing parts of it and basically latched onto it. And out of the ship, that conjoined twin flesh mass there's something that resembles a mouth, and that is like bellowing in alarm. And one of the the chief officer on the deck is seeing this and yells out, "Oh my God, that's the Lady of Akak," which is the name of the ship, and says we have to help them full speed ahead.
This is decidedly more interesting. So, yeah.
Does Walter hear any of this, or is he still just like unawares
Okay.
in the library? The
Yes,
library.
you're still in the library. Walter actually figured out what they are that he saw underneath. You want to say what they are? I like when players describe things.
Ooh, okay. So what I discovered, this creature is like almost like a giant squid sort of thing with like these long, wavery tendrils that are bronze in color. It makes me think of something Zerg-ish, which about 50% of all of our encounters are probably going to be something Zerg-ish.
What are you talking about? It's not like I love the Zerg.
I know, it's not whatever. Nuclear launch detected.
Alien insects. It's all good here.
So it's like, or think of like I don't know, it's just like I said, big giant crackeny squid thing with bronzy stuff on it, and it looks like it's going to be fairly powerful.
You lost Mikey.
Oh
Nope,
no,
I'm still there.
it's back. Okay. But it's not unknown of, because I found it in a book in the captain's library. So it's not like, I don't think it's going to be like a big legendary kind of thing. Maybe, I think we can take it. I think y'all can take it. I'm going to keep researching.
So the boat is chugging on ahead as you come closer. The vile conjoined twin ship is clearly in pain. The sailors on the ship are trying to poke at with harpoons or their knives on their belts, anything to pry these metallic-looking tentacles away from the ship.
I'd quite like to help with that and see
Click,
what,
clack.
like, get a closer look at the tentacles and what they're made of. 'Cause, I might
Oh,
add it
you
to my
want to take a
collection.
look at that?
I might add it to my collection of my beautiful, beautiful jacket that smells.
Go ahead and give me a roll. Just a
Okey-dokey.
D20. Everything's a D20 in Numenera.
This is
And when you
definitely
see that happening, you see Henry just go click, clack. Yeah.
And that is a 30. Yep, you know what it is. It is a type of exotic metal that you usually do not see very often. You may have seen one shoulder piece on somebody long ago. And it is a tough but light.
It's like Daedra armor.
Yeah. Daedra armor's heavy, I thought.
It intrigues me. I want it.
Glass armor.
Glass armor is
There we
what my character had. Anyways, as you come up beside it, the captain bellows, "Ready, harpoons!" And then your ship, the unlikely arrow, goes abreast.
Thanks, buddy.
You hear a clink clink
What do you wanna call
blow, and out from the side of the ship, ready some harpoons poking out wicked looking things, and they start firing into toward the Lady of Akak. Foom, foom, foom. 3 of them. 2 of them land, unfortunately, in the Lady of Akak, and they sink into the flesh. And one actually lands near the base of a tentacle right where it meets the water, and there's something underneath that water. All you're seeing right now is tentacles.
Man.
And the ship, the Lady of Akak ship, screeches that bellowing screech from that weird mouth thing.
This is definitely
A
stay
resplendent
below deck
offering.
moment, I think. And everyone gets a wild magic surge.
Yes!
From Monkey Blood.
Ooh. Heck yeah.
Let's get wild.
Do it!
Go wild.
Okay.
Get to do that. You do that really quick. I have to bathroom break. And I'll be
Alright,
right back.
fantastic.
What was the role for that again?
Fetus magic for everyone. Monkey Blood.
Fetus magic.
Alright.
Magic of childbirth.
Yep. That's 9 months to a revolver as well, so it makes perfect sense.
It does.
Here we go. Alright.
That's pretty high.
It's pretty high. Jamie, what did you roll?
4,874.
4,874. People who meet the target for the first time think he's a thief.
Oh, that's gonna go down well.
I promise I'm not a thief. I'm a whatever he is.
Yeah, right?
I'm 3,644.
6,000 something and 44?
No, 3,644.
Oh, 3,644. Tomorrow, Caster wakes seated in the throne of the nearest king. What?
Well then.
Hopefully
All
we're
right,
getting
Jupiter,
to...
you got some work to do.
when she comes back, she'll be like, what the fuck happened?
Does it
So
have to be a
mine
living king?
is,
Could it be the
mine is-
like?
Mine's 3841.
Or the captain, maybe it could be the admiral. You know, it could be
Yeah,
some kind of noble.
Where's a king?
3841. So Henry rolled. When Caster next enters his home, it turns invisible from within. Okay.
He actually has a
I'll
home
just
too,
say
so
a building.
A
there's
building, yeah. Feel free to. I've put these all in the Zoom chat for you, Jupiter, so you can.
Yep.
And then
They're interesting.
507. Caster can see in total darkness for 1d4 days. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
About that.
Nice.
Nice.
I
So,
can-
Levy, you immediately feel this really weird wave of force go through you as the bellow comes out from the Lady of Akak, and you feel like something changed within you. And we'll tell you that's the total darkness.
Nice.
And
nice.
we'll roll the 1d4.
Darkness.
I got
3 days. 3 days for you. Yes.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna be cowering a little bit until anything immediately worries our ship. I'm not part of the crew of this vessel. I owe the Lady of a Kick nothing, and not my problem.
That's interesting. So where are you on the ship?
Probably I'm imagining I can see out, but I'm down almost down a flight of stairs, so I can see what's going on, but I'm a bit far away, I guess.
So there's the crew deck, the cargo deck, and then the engine room.
I guess cargo.
So,
Yeah,
cargo?
yeah. Or on a
There's
flight of
just a
stairs.
little area and 2 locked doors.
Yeah, that seems safe.
Okay.
It's like a tornado.
Okay, so GM intrusion time. Will, do you want 2 XP?
Yeah, I fucking want him. Bring him.
Okay, you get 1.
want 'em,
Send it to
fam.
somebody else. 1 to somebody else.
Okay, I'll give 1 to Walter as we're connected.
That's
Okay,
right.
so
Connect
for
me.
the viewers, Numenera is unique in that it has GM intrusions, which means I offer XP. And then something interesting happens. It's not just oh, you get damaged, but something interesting.
Usually with
as you're-
tentacles.
I like the Zerg so much.
A resplendent
I'm just
offering.
waiting for the new Alien movie just because of the alien, and that's it. It looks disappointing otherwise. So, yes, you're in the cargo area, which the stairs leading down, and there's a little landing, another metal stairs leading down. There's 2 doors on either wall. You think you're safe, but you hear this crack, 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 and you hear it breaking through decks and then immediately right next to you comes this wide but thin bronze tentacle. Boom! Right next to you. Give me a speed roll to see if you can avoid it.
I am
called a
trained in
kraken.
speed defense, so I get something on that, a reduction on that. Also, urban
So
delays.
that means the difficulty will go down one.
Yeah, yep. The urban delays £30. There's banked 5 wild magic surges, and 1 goes to Will right now, so I can roll a wild magic surge as this comes in.
Ooh. Okay, let's do the wild magic surge and then the speed roll.
Fantastic. I'll look this up in a second. And what's the target on this one? Or the base
This,
difficulty?
keep on reminding me in the beginning. I have to actually tell you the difficulty because I get used to my other game. The difficulty for this, because you heard it come up, it's going to be a 2 for you,
Okay, so after I...
which means 6.
Yep. And I got a reduction on it, so a 3, right?
It was going to be a 3, so.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sense. I fail.
Ooh.
And I'll look up my wild
Let's
magic.
look up the wild magic
Yeah.
surge.
Yeah, maybe it can.
I love it.
You
You
resistance to-
conveniently passed the next check. Oh, thank God.
Okay, so a jug of highly volatile liquid appears at the target point. So maybe some kind of explosion happens.
Never.
Okay, so what's going to happen is it's going to
Not the slip
slam.
goes.
The tentacle is going to slam against you and thrust you into one of the cargo walls, slamming you through that freaking wall and into one of the crates. Which, and as you're slumped there, you notice right by. Now you can get into the cargo hold because you are in the cargo hold. I'm gonna say you take a. Oh wait, I actually have to think for this. 4 points of damage from your might. That was pretty
Ow.
tough. Yeah, you're a tier 1 character.
And keep in mind, Levy, you're mentally telepathic with me as well, so you can send messages to me as well as me send them to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
And the
there's a
cargo that
fucking
you
tentacle in my
buy
body.
is
Sorry, go ahead.
the cargo that you buy is that jug of highly volatile liquid.
Of course.
Okay.
That's the nearby cargo that you drop near. Okay.
Is this a
And-
hentai or is it Numenera?
Porque no
Numenera.
los dos, and then the tentacle
the same.
retreats with
Why
this
not?
sliding metallic noise against metal, like you're sharpening a knife. And then screams from below because it punctured a hole through
Yeah.
the hole.
I come out of the stop blowing holes in my ship, and I'm gonna contact Walter.
Your shit.
Bad news.
Okay.
What
Bad
are you saying to
news.
Walter?
Yeah. There's tentacles.
What's going on?
Bad
Are
juju.
they brought?
Oh, and really quick, GM mentioned you can use an XP to reroll
That'd be good.
rolls.
Oh.
Just to mention again. Yeah.
I'm like a dragon. I like to sit on my XP and never use it.
That's true. You do use XP to level up, but they're short-term benefits.
Look at all my games.
Smart.
My games, bruh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's on us. We need to
S&P.
get it off the ship.
Faust goes back and. Have you found any weaknesses in it?
It's metal.
Hello.
It's definitely metal. But it seems pretty strong. Cause my chest is kind of caved in.
Hold it there. I need to get a look at it. Where are you?
Cargo.
Cargo, he says as his lungs
Okay.
collapse.
Walter's going that way.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Henry is starting taking pot shots at the tentacles on the other. He's like,
Okay,
"All right,
if you're
let's
gonna
do
start
this."
taking pot shots, we're now gonna start to get into initiative.
And I imagine I'd be with Henry thinking, well, if we're going to do it, let's do it together.
Oh
You
my
let's
god.
Go
this is-
gonna
balls
hold the
deep at
gun?
the same time.
No, we're doing the whole, like, Predator, like...
Yeah.
It's like unnecessarily
Yeah.
oiled.
Yeah, unnecessarily oiled is the
No,
for the
there's
episode.
never
the episode.
there's no such thing as not too many oils. Okay, there's never enough oil.
I love the Zerg. There's goop everywhere.
Essential oils.
So if we're going to do that for you two that are on the deck and have direct access to the creature, we'll have to roll initiative. Now, in Numenera, you can do this multiple ways, but the way I like to do it is just freaking roll your d20. If you get above its level, that means you go first before the creature.
Q. Does my
we can use
speed,
this
does the
to-
fact that I'm training speed affect this in any manner?
It will probably... Okay, who rolled that?
I rolled a
That
7.
would be Will, I believe.
You're not in direct contact with the creature.
Oh, I thought you wanted everyone
Will's
to
I
getting
also rolled a 7.
molested by it.
thought-
This is only Sykes and Henry.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
that's
go.
it.
Okay. Okay, so the creature will be going first. Let me write down your initiative order really quick. I'm gonna type it because freak paper. And Sykes, and then we have Henry.
Sykes?
You have to explain why your name is so like billion years ago.
Because
Henry.
it is, that's why.
Okay. Okay, so
He grew up in a very normal town.
I mean, my name is Leviticus, so...
Quote unquote normal town, in that
Mo-
it doesn't have mutants
you know what?
or
All of you,
Strange
except
things.
maybe Sykes, maybe have really old names that don't exist anymore. Nobody knows about. This is strange. You have
What
to
if-
figure out why.
We don't know what they
Um,
mean. They're just
that's
fancy
true.
words.
both of
Walter.
Henry's parents were called O'Rourke, and he just went, fuck it, I'll take it anyway.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so we're gonna quickly do a round, and then we'll go back to Leviticus and Walter. and
Getting
see
his
what they wanna
lungs
do. You're not
collapsed.
in the initiative yet, but we're gonna move you along. Is what it's gonna go. The creature goes first. So you see one tentacle come up, rise above the railing, and at this distance, it is wide. It's about 2 feet wide, and it keeps on getting wider because it is tapered, but it's thin, and you hear a kind of like sheet metal in the wind.
Yeah.
And it comes and it slaps down on the deck. So let's do and a Numenera combat just happens it's very simplified. You have one freaking roll for defense. It's going to be a speed defense roll. And you have to beat a difficulty that it is, which is usually the creature's difficulty. This is going to be a level 3 creature. So you're going to have to beat a 9 every time.
Well, I'll have to be the 6 because I'm trained
And you have to
in
beat a
defense.
6 because you're trained in speed defense, yes.
That's not too
So-
bad. It could be worse.
Okay, you got a 2.
I have an edge in speed.
I
if
got
that
a
means anything.
19.
Okay, 19 is
Is that a
actually
crit?
special. It is not a crit, but you do get a major effect. Or it's a minor effect. Minor effect, sorry. So let's take care of the person who actually got hit. You are oh, you're right. Yeah,
You're right,
you were
fam.
grappled
You're right.
underneath the tentacle. The tentacle, this heavy metal is, well, it's not heavy, it's constricting between you and the deck. You are just like pinned between it. And right now you're grappled, so it's going to be a level 3 task to get free. So you're not going to take any damage yet. The wind is knocked out of you a little bit, but I'm giving you that. You now have to get out of that. And for the person who hit a 19, your major effect, you can, I'm going to say you can do a strike during your defense roll. Your minor
He
effect.
steps aside,
Yeah.
his like right wrist flicks, and he's now got a knife in his hand, and he stabs this tentacle as he jumps away from it.
Okay, I'll give you a free one because it's 19. Good job. And you will be doing with a knife, right? 2 points.
Yeah, it's his personal defensive weapon that's built into his right arm, so he has
Okay.
to use that.
All right. So
It
two
doesn't make
damage.
much sense for him to be able to turn the rifle as he's jumping backwards towards this thing. So it's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
sense for him to just go flick, stab.
I appreciate the adherence and not trying to like min-max this thing.
It still hurts though. You know, it's still
Yes,
a nice
okay.
you know.
Sykes, it's your turn. You're pinned underneath.
I would like to not be pinned.
Okay,
If at all
so
possible.
are you trying to push it up? Give me like some flavor. Like, are you pushing
Sykes
it or
him
just
out.
trying to squirm out?
And
I think-
Sykes really puts you on top, you know?
Yeah. I feel like he's had a moment of reflection where the world was once horizontal and now it's not. So he's thinking, well, this ain't right. So he's trying to do a push-up, but instead of pushing himself up, it's just the tentacle off of him and see if he can get it anywhere, just as far away from him as possible, and just kind of
You are
throw it away.
literally just lifting this
You
thing
were
off of your
lifting.
chest like it's a bench
Yes.
press.
Yeah.
Essentially, I can just in my head imagine Alfred say, "Oh, those push-ups, you can't even lift the bloody dog," and I'm just like throwing the tentacle off me.
Okay, give me a roll. You have to beat a 9.
Please tell me he's as bad as he's doing it.
You're
Down at an 8.
straining. There's popping, like the veins are popping out of your freaking muscles.
I have an edge in might if that does anything.
An edge and might.
Mm.
That just means you can use. You can always use. You have to declare effort before you
Mhm.
roll. It
Right.
spins 3 from your pool, but drops the difficulty 1.
Right. Okay.
But
well,
you didn't. You're still
no.
grappled.
Yeah. I know for next time.
Okay. It is now Henry's turn.
I'm chewing.
Good timing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
by the
Of
way.
course, always great timing. So, Henry's gonna look at the situation and just kind of go, well, shit, my friend's stuck underneath this, which means that I need to save him first because he's my friend. So, he's just gonna point the rifle towards like the end of this tentacle, like so that way he doesn't hit Sif, and just points it towards the end and just starts unloading on this thing.
Okay. And attacks in Numenera are also very simple. You just have one roll. There's not a separate attack and damage roll. You have to beat a 9 to hit it. He's a
So
level
Jamie,
3
you
creature.
get a wild magic surge as well, mate, from Irvin.
Nope. Missed.
Ooh. From here, who do I thank?
what?
Oh,
So like the bullets just he like shoots, but the bullets just ping off like the wood.
You've
Just
hit
shake
an
the metal and shit.
you're a little off balance from jumping out of the way, and the bullets are churning away at the deck and pinging off the metal of the deck. So we're gonna go back down to Walter and Levi. You're in the cargo hold together. There is a broken wall into the cargo hold where the wild magic surge of the volatile liquid is in, and he is hurt and down on the ground.
Okay, the tentacle is gone.
The tentacle has retracted. You can kind of probably estimate that it went through all the decks.
Walter is. It's like that comical moment where he like looks through a hole and the camera pans out and there's like 10 other holes that have been made from the tentacle. And Walter's going to run into where Levy is, and you just hear like Faust in Levy's head. You look like shit.
Hey, that's no language for a kid to hear.
Kid's not hearing any of it. And Walter goes down to like lift you up. He's like, you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. We got to get this thing off the ship.
He says, okay. I think they're up above deck. They're doing something it's up there now. And Walter goes to like maybe tug you along.
Yeah, I'll come with you. Let's go.
Okay. Right. And I'm gonna let my wild magic surge kick in right here since I got one.
Okay. What is your one again? Is caster? What? No, that's
No.
what's
I
a
rolled.
3644? Oh, you have a new one. Okay.
You have a new
Yeah.
one. Because didn't they give us a whole bunch of new ones, Will?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm gonna save these. old
8672.
ones. I'll take these for. Oh.
We got Jamie's
Gotta
in as
add
well,
this in.
which is caster's left hand is affected by the spell haste.
So haste in this regard will be an asset to speed tasks. So 1 difficulty easier for you.
That works.
cool.
Just with your left hand though, not with any of the rest of your body, just with your left hand.
And then 8672 is all within 50 yards are stricken mute for 1d6 rounds.
That is terrible.
Wow.
You can't talk, but the only telepathy people can talk then.
Does Walter get up there and see everybody? Because if
You
so,
can get up there, that's fine.
okay. Then I'm gonna look at I'm gonna see, of course, Sykes and all of the crew. Like, I'm just gonna like put telepathic bonds on them, since
Okay, so if you're doing so one each time. You whenever you
But
talk,
does
you
it
spend
edge?
one int.
Right,
So
but
it's
I have
not
the
gonna be
edge.
like a bond thing. It's not like you establish a bond. It's just a message talk.
Oh, okay, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that talks for like 6
I
seconds
see.
around.
I see.
Yeah, you don't have to do bond thing. This is
Okay.
whenever you send a message, that's going to be one int, which is free. This is the one
It's
int.
like the cantrip of message in
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
message, and
So I'm
you've
go-
spent, you know, that kind of thing.
So I'm going to send. Let's see. It says in this thing, if I apply a level of effort to increase the. Actually, each contact lasts up to 10 minutes.
Oh, when you cast it?
Yeah, it's a telepathic tier 1 for commands mental powers. You can speak telepathically to others within short range. Communication is two-way, but while you don't have to see the target, you can have more than one active contact at a time, but you must establish contact with each target individually. Each
Yes.
contact lasts up to 10 minutes.
Okay, so you
Yay,
can do the
rules.
contacts.
Okay.
All right.
So, can I get all of
Those
them?
are
Or
free.
both of them?
Those are free ones because it's the one edge in your intellect one.
That's right. Okay, guys, it's like operator standing by. You can hear Faust like, something's weird. We can't speak with each other. It's this magical whatever. If you got anything you need to say, send it
Has
to me.
Faust ever talked to the other people in the group?
I don't know. Has
Do
he,
they
guys?
know this voice in their head?
Henry's experienced weirder shit, so he's fine.
As of yet, unless you said you've spoken to me telepathically, I imagine not.
We'll
Oh,
say
I-
it's new just to make it interesting.
Everyone thinks that Walter's suddenly hit puberty.
So I'm pinned, and now someone's talking to me.
It's like you mute, but you can hear a voice in your head.
You're in the middle of a rep, and you're just like, the fuck is this?
Don't worry, I'm on your side.
Right now, anyway. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I might not be. Maybe I will kill you tomorrow.
Why are you talking like that? Sounds dumb.
Where do you want to go, Levi? Levi?
Lover boy.
I'll follow him up. I'll go to the deck and I'll start swiping with my yolk at this big tentacly beast if I can.
Okay. You don't want to use the vial jug of volatile liquid?
I think
Someone paid money for that, Will.
I think he's too
Someone
close
paid
to it
money
right
for
now.
that.
I feel like Henry's like, if I throw it, I'm imagining it's like a Molotov, so if I threw it, it would like burn Henry's face off. Is that true?
Don't you also have like the black hole gravity cipher?
I mean, Henry just has a metallic arm. He can just lift up and go, my face now, my arm is fine. Don't worry, it's cool.
I mean, you're the one who's getting beat up by it, so I
Sure,
mean, by all
yeah.
means, Will.
Sykes has a fire detonation. There's a gravity nullifying one he has.
You can't use
Levi
Cypher's
has
episode 1.
sonic.
I've used 2.
Yeah. That and then Walter's used 2 already. He's still like, oh wait, the water one went away. It's been 20 minutes plus, so that's all right. Eagle's Eye went away too. Okay, so you both come out on deck. I will put you now into the initiative. Give me some rolls so I can see if you're before or after the creature.
14.
14. Oh
Baby.
wow! Wow! Nice.
Walter is here. Or Faust.
Faust is here, bitches.
Okay, so top of the round, Walter goes first.
Okay.
So what you see before you, I'm just gonna remind
Yeah.
you, deck, sailors squirming everywhere. The harpoons are in the other thing. They're pulling the harpoons, so the ship actually is coming closer to the other ship. The unlikely arrow is being pulled closer, so they can get one-on-one contact. And then Sykes is pinned underneath a metallic thin tentacle that's wrapped around the deck of the ship and down the other side. And Henry is on his feet with his gun and his forearm laid out, and that's it.
Okay. Then Walter will use his scan ability.
Okay.
for
Scan
the-
is 2, so let's minus
Yes.
your 1.
So it should be a spinning of 1. And he's
You're
going
down
to
to-
focus. Yes, he's going to focus on the tentacle that is pinning. It wasn't Sykes, was it?
Mhm.
Okay,
It was
pinning
Sykes.
Sykes down, and he's just gonna hear like Faust is doing this, and Faust is just like, tell me more a little bit about yourself, as he scans to figure out what this creature is.
Okay. That's creepy.
I don't know what to say because you whispered too loud.
All right. It always reveals the creature's level. The creature's level 3. Good for you, which means you have to hit a 9.
Okay.
You could tell that it is confused. It is. The tentacle is metallic. It's an exotic metal that you've never really seen before. It's really light and flexible, but that's the only area you can scan is around the tentacle because it's short range.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I could tell you more on different parts of the creature.
I gotta scan all of it. Show me on the squid thing where he scanned you. Let's see. Can he? He can't take another action, can he? That's been his action.
That is his action.
Okay.
Anything
He
you
was
can
just
do in
sitting there
6
like, how dare they rip me off? How dare they rip me off?
Yeah.
Yeah. So any action, any round, or for you is 6 seconds.
Okay. Walter's then going to like send out like a mental note, or Faust is. This creature is very primitive. I don't think it knows what it's doing, but as long as it's still attacking us, attack back.
It's probably confused by
So
the
you're
feet
saying
shit.
murder it, but you're
one
saying
attack.
murder it with fire, is what you're saying.
Murder it with murder. And that's going to end Walter's turn.
Okay. And we're up next. Oh, sorry. Levi.
All right, I'm gonna yoke the one that's on Sykes. So I'm gonna slap at it with my kind of claw spear and try and free him.
It is basically. It's like it's not a trident. It's a duodent, whatever it is, dident. Yeah, basically. So
It's a pitchfork.
give me
No,
a
fog.
roll and let's see if you hit it. You have to beat a 9.
All right.
Oh, I love how simple.
Nope, I miss.
Oh, as you aim for it and your weapon just skids off the top of the metal of the.
Where everyone dies because no one can hit a 9.
It's just a level 3 creature, guys. The creature goes next, and it's
Blame
going,
the algorithm.
it's going to squeeze Sykes for. And do you want to do a defense roll? Right now, it's just trying to push down. So what
Can I do a defense roll?
When it's the enemy's turn, you still roll. The enemies never roll. It's what you do in defense of it.
Okay.
So just tell me what you want to do, like a flavor text of what you want to do, and then give me the roll. Which means if you successfully defend it against a 9.
So you say it's trying to crush me again?
Yeah, it's pushing down.
Right. Just try to apply equal force, so like neither of us just move. It's just a contest of strength at this point, and I'm getting really pissed off.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Like, just this is not how my day was supposed to go.
Henry's just like, I'm going to need to buy him so much tobacco when we get to port.
Oh,
Okay, give me a roll.
damn it! I
And
get smooshed.
you're getting tired at this point because you tried your best to push it off the first time, and it's kind of overwhelming. And you're going to take 4 damage.
Right.
From as it squeezes your center and you're out of breath. There you go.
Also,
So it's going to take out of your
please,
might.
please say that Sean Bean word for me, please, right now. It makes sense.
Bastard.
So you're down to
Perfect.
7 might, just to warn you. And it does 4 each time it's going to squeeze you.
Right.
Also, the creature's gonna roll a wild magic surge here.
Ooh,
This is gonna be
Ooh, damn.
fun.
Look out.
I'm interested. Oh, by the way, well, it is the creature's turn. I'll do it next turn for his wild magic surge. Sykes, you're next.
Yep. Am I able to attack at this point?
This is your
Oh,
attack run, yeah.
Okay.
You can do
um,
whatever you want. It's just like text of what you want to do, and if you succeed or not, roll. So.
Okay. Well, in that case, I would like to use. use one of my ciphers, which is the Boom Boom Punch. What is it?
The fire detonation?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, let me go find it one more time.
Yeah. And just.
It's a level 8. That's actually a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think I remember saying it was kind of like a knuckle duster-esque thing. I kind of just like put it to my hand and just smack. Just try and hit the bastard.
What's that thing in Dead Rising 3 where it's like it's a sledgehammer that has grenades on either end? So when you hit it, it explodes.
Mm.
That's basically what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I've given up on pushing, so just like slide my arm out and just whack.
Okay, so give me a roll to see if you successfully smack it. This isn't that the cipher goes off. This is like you punching it.
The rolls are
you
great,
want to re-roll
guys.
it for XP?
Yeah, go on then, because it's probably going to be great either way.
Try it again. Spend your XP.
Oh god.
Free GM intrusion!
See, I just thought to myself, here comes a natural one. The minute he spends an XP is the minute the natural one appears.
What should I do? I'm so excited. This is my free one.
This is
freebies.
Oh, you rolled a
Jupiter's just like evil.
Alright. Okay, this is what's going to happen. You poor child. It's squeezing you so hard, you dent into the deck and puncture through the top of the deck,
right,
and land on your back underneath you for 2 damage.
Okay.
But now you are ungrappled. See, GM intrusions don't have to be all bad.
No,
but
just
by the way,
partially.
Mostly
you're at
bad.
5 might.
Yeah.
Okay.
Henry's just like, well, fuck.
And as you all can hear really quick, a little bit of flavor, the tentacle can now is constricting more and is pincing in the metal of the tanker ship. And you hear the groaning of the metal and the slight, it's just agonizingly loud. And you can see the wrinkling of the deck where it's applying pressure. Okay, so that was Sykes' turn. Good job.
The best of turns.
Henry?
So Henry's going to look over at the 2 people who just can't seem to do shit right now and say,
don't forget you have safer.
he's going to just, he's going to send a mental message to Walter, Faust, and say, hey, would you mind giving me a hand with stopping this tentacle from shredding the ship to pieces and drowning us? You know, that would be nice. And while he's doing that, he's going to start unloading again. This time he's just aiming anywhere, so you don't have to worry about hitting Jamie anymore. So he's just like, fuck it.
Okay,
Let's see.
give me a roll.
Come on, D20. Yeah, he hit it. 13.
Oh, good job. So you unleash Bulletstorm, which is your assault rifle.
Yeah, he has put armor-piercing bullets in, which are full metal.
Oh,
jacket
you're just
bullets.
inventing things for your shit.
No, seriously, full metal jackets are actually a thing.
Oh, I know, but I never heard you say during character creation.
He's
you're gonna
cool.
have armor-piercing bullets.
Pow.
Okay.
He just starts unloading. He doesn't give a shit.
4 points of damage, and you hear a screech from the below you, burbling out from the water, and the tentacle just goes and just releases and back into the water.
Well, that's decidedly better than I expected it to be. So, he's gonna look down the hole that Sif made and see if he's okay. Like,
okay, Walter, what do you want to do? Your turn.
So are there still tentacles on the ship crushing stuff?
Not on your ship.
Oh,
There
okay,
was one on this ship, but it has been removed.
Okay, so am I
You are
aware?
very, by the way, the unlikely arrow has come closer to the Lady of Kak, so it's about 15 feet away. They're both decks, and they are being crushed by...
Faust is going to talk to Walter and just say, how about let's see what this hero thing is all about. Let's see, and can I? So we can't see like I guess what we call the bulb, the head of this creature. We're just seeing arms, correct?
Yeah, basically it's the arms grappling the Lady of Akak, and they're obviously coming from beneath the water.
I'm trying to think. It's like there's some cool. I got 3 XP, so if something bad happens, I can. Walter's going to take out his dagger.
Okay.
And like mentally send to Levy. It's like say or Faust is going to tell Levy, because to him all living things are the same thing. So maybe it's got something to say. And Walter's going to dive into the water.
Oh, okay. So you
Wow.
plunge into the water.
Yeah.
It is murky all around you.
Are you sure you're not playing
Under-
Winky?
hey, no, Winky does things out of fear. Faust does things out of it's just this is the mortal world. They're dumb.
Morbid curiosity.
The light from the daytime is piercing the first few feet of this murky water. You can see a shadow of a large bulb, which is possibly the main mass of the creature because there's the thin lines coming out from it.
Faust is going to use his telepathic ability to see if he can in any way communicate with this creature down here.
Okay. That's a free one for you.
Okay.
What do you want to say to it?
I want to say, I'm trying to think of like how Faust would say it. Like, what are you doing? Why are you getting yourself hurt like this?
And all you hear back, or you get this feeling back that you're not supposed to be there. It doesn't say words to you, you just get the feeling back that you're not supposed to be there.
I'm supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be here.
Faust is just gonna think, so we got some money to make, and well, you're not supposed to be here. He kind of shouts right back, and Walter, I guess, seeing that he can't quite, so that Faust has now realized, damn it, this is one of those things that doesn't speak the same language the other things do. He's gonna
Most likely.
he's gonna try like swim back up to the Lady of the Cack and climb on the creepy baby.
Oh.
Things.
Okay, while you're doing that, I won't make you make a roll for it because it'll take the rest of the round for you to do
Okay.
that. While everybody else is taking their turns. Because you jumping in is like six
Okay.
seconds. Okay, Levi.
Alright, what have I got before me now?
Okay, your ship is pinched and crinkled in the middle. You're about the unlikely arrow is about 15 feet away from the Lady of the Cack, which is being punctured, and there are about 10 tentacles around that, and the sailors on the other side of the ship are like poking at it and trying to wedge it off with crowbars, and the sailors from the unlikely arrow are trying to throw ropes over so they can get over and help the other people.
Is it possible for me to swing from one of these ropes and get to the other side of the ship?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Take an XP for the awesome.
So yeah, I will swashbuckle my way across, I guess.
Okay, let's give it a difficulty.
Let's do it.
So,
Hey,
alright.
there's no such thing as classes in this game, which means you can't be a swashbuckler.
Yeah.
I can buckle
You
my
can buckle all the
swashes
swash
no
you want.
matter what.
Okay, it'll
Don't
be a
stamp
level
on his
3
dreams.
task.
I will stamp on Will's dream specifically, just to irritate him.
It'll be a level 3 task. You have to get above a 9.
Holy fucking mackerel.
Oh! The ropes are slippery from the ocean and just the general grease of the ship. And you slip off and you smack right into the fleshy, gooey side of the Lady of the Cack.
It's my least favorite side.
I think Roll20 is. I think Roll20 is using weighted dice. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're rolling very high. It's true.
You know what? I think it's kind of funny how so far I've only rolled 3 successes, and they've all been nonchalant, other than the last one.
I was talking to someone from Roll20 earlier, and I'm going to complain that I have been. This is prejudice.
Yeah.
Why are your dice?
Motherfucker! You just join a call with them, you're just like, motherfucker!
Who has a haste?
Me
Oh,
on my
yeah, that would
left
be
arm
Jamie.
only.
Just your left arm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how many rounds was the mute?
4.
3.
3?
3?
Okay. I think we're past 3. You can talk again.
3.
And you slide down the side. So you are on the Lady of a Cack, but you're on the side of the ship. Instead of on the ship.
I mean,
Also-
technicalities, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Technically, you're there, so.
Yeah, you're technically there. It's like a partial success. Okay, the creature goes next. The tentacles on the Lady of a Cack swats at some sailors, and in the effort to swat, is coming toward the 2 people grappling to the Lady of a Cack's side. So
Like
it's
you
coming
like-
down the side. It's thin metal tentacle, and we're gonna do a speed test to see if you can avoid it somehow. You have to hit a 9 or above. It's just one number, y'all. It's both Walter and...
It's even below 10, which means technically you have more than 50% chance to make this. But roll 20 says.
Yeah.
Sorry, who's rolling
So it's
this?
gonna be Walter and Levi.
Okay.
Nailed
I'm
it.
just
Roll
spending
20
XP.
says no.
Okay.
Spending an XP.
Okay. Spending XP.
Getting out the way. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was in your way, Mr. Tentacle. Let me just
Move, bitch.
Oh,
Get out the
sashay.
way. Get out the way, bitch.
Oh,
So-
so I see
Away.
how you spend your XP and it works.
I'm sorry. I
So
couldn't hear you
Walter
over my
successfully
success.
somehow gets out of the way. You could. how
Well,
you can-
Faust is going to, I guess, like hear like the instinctual urge of the creature that as it's coming at him, and just kind of like that's for like future sight, and just like will Walter's body to like dive underneath it or so before it swipes him.
Okay. And because it's got a 19, that is actually a major effect. Where's my GM cheat sheet? Here we go.
Hashtag GM cheats confirmed.
Yeah. Well, it's my, it's basically my DM screen.
It's
Things
her
that-
debut. She can cheat if she wants.
Eh.
I mean, that means we can all cheat because it's my debut too.
It's not my
Ooh.
debut.
Okay,
here for a while.
so you will get. So either I'm going to give you the option of doing a strike back or getting all the way to the top of the ship on the deck.
I want to be on this ship. Yeah, I'm gonna crawl up.
Okay. That is your hidden 19 minor effect, is that you have... you see it coming, and you scramble and find knobs of flesh to grapple onto and yoink yourself.
Literal knobs.
Yeah, I'm gonna say knobs.
Okay.
Nob.
And you scramble onto it, and you hear the whoosh of it going by your ear.
Nice.
So good job.
Whew.
These knobs.
Sykes, what you doing?
Right.
In the
In
crew
the
deck.
hole, that was made by my my majestic form.
Yeah.
Can I see the tentacle that did it still through that hole?
No, it whipped back underwater.
You can see my face though, looking down. It's like, oh, he's alive.
I just look up, really angry, and start heading back up onto the deck.
Okay.
If I can get there within a turn, great. If not, I'll light the pipe on the way just to be like, this bastard is gonna rule.
You have a
Okay.
wild magic search too, right, Jamie?
Yes, I do. Thanks for reminding me. Sorry. In
Are
my
you gonna
presence.
use your left hand?
Yeah, just for the pipe, just like. But in my presence, all magical weapons glow a dim red.
Okay, so anything that's otherworldly or
Yeah.
magical. So you
Mhm.
see there's about one on every, as you get up on the top of the deck, you see there's about one on every sailor.
Right.
There's 2 on the 3 officers, and then there's 4 on the captain.
Good to know.
Yeah. And in the distance on the Lady of a Cack, you can see about the same kind of distribution among the lower ranks
Right.
and the higher ranks. There you go.
And if I can do
Wow.
anything else,
You
I'll just.
really- Wow.
If I can't do anything else, I'll just want to whip out the battle axes, which, like my patchwork leather coat, seem to be made out of creatures felled by me. Like the handles on these axes seem to be bone, and the blades some questionable sharpened material. and I'm just ready for these
Okay.
bloody tentacles.
This will be medium weapons, so they're 2 damage each.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is your turn, and now we go to Henry.
So this is where I use my wild magic surge as I unload the current magazine and very professionally load in the high explosive rounds.
Okay.
It's like, well, let's do this shit, fam. So I roll my magic surge. Okay. It is D10K.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So it's 9, 5, 6, 9. And 69, of course.
That's a lot of numbers.
Poverty is rampant because the employers hire cheap kobold laborers.
Nice.
That is so random. I gotta write that down as my GM notes, but yeah, they'll come in later, I suppose.
Yeah.
It could have been a gold sea monster. It had to
Oh,
be
you
bronze.
know what? Never mind. As you look out, you realize that the sailors on the other ship are kobold-like creatures.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as he realizes this, he's loading in the high explosive magazine of bullets. And he just pulls back the feeder and he's just like, well, now you know what the problem is. Never hire kobolds to do a man's job. Let's go with the feeder and begins
Every
to...
time you attack, it's an 80s line. I
Oh,
swear.
yeah. He switches
Somehow
the-
managed
he
to find
switches-
the only
Stick
pair
around.
of aviators that haven't been wrecked by time.
Yeah. He switches the gun to single fire and he just goes, time to have some fun. And he starts,
So-
like, just pop-shotting the tentacles.
Okay, you're gonna pop shot the tentacles. Since you're aiming at a specific body part? Or, okay. It's
No,
a
he's
little
just going
more-
for tentacles. Like, he sees tentacles and he's like, bam, bitch.
Okay, this is gonna be a little bit more difficult because they're a little farther away and it's a specific body part other than just wild willy-nilly. So you're gonna have to beat it 12.
Okay, that's fine.
You can also spend effort. I want to remind you.
He will spend a point of effort to make this easier.
Okay.
He's taking a second to just go, aim down the sights that he's made and.
All right,
make
since
sure
this
it's
is
right.
more of a dexterous thing, this will come from your speed pool. So that's gonna bring your
Cool.
speed pool down.
He's
to...
trained and edge. He's trained and has an edge in speed as well, so he's pretty.
Oh
good.
yeah, that's true. So we'll take that down to 13 instead. All right, so it's gonna bring it back down to 9. Good job. Okay.
He rolls a 19.
Ooh.
Holy
So-
mother of God. Good
He just
job.
goes pop, and this thing just goes bang, and a tentacle explodes. It's a great time.
Good job. I will give you a tentacle explodes for your major or your minor effect. There you go.
Yeah. A tentacle literally just eviscerates.
And that it's 4 damage from your guy, right?
Yes, that's correct.
This
The
thing.
flavor, the high
I hear a lot
explosive
of
round is
pain?
literally just him hitting it, and it goes bang after a second. That's all it is.
You hear a massive screech from beneath the Lady of a Cack, burbling up, and the tentacles surrounding the Lady of a Cack just wing, 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 all off, and into the water.
Henry's just like, yeah, that's my doing.
I'm
Henry just
furious at
nods.
this point.
Henry just nods once, just like in approval of himself. Just like, yeah, pretty good.
I just look at you, daggers.
I tap the part of the chest that would have the tobacco in it. I'm just like,
Okay. For as far as you can tell, there's no. It gets really quiet.
Does Walter see anything from down where he's at?
You could tell something massive moved away, like the shadows in the water.
Okay, I'm
see if
gonna
this goes, still only counts as one.
mental note going out. The bronze. The bronze banner is no longer a threat to us. It seems, as it has left our waters and gone elsewhere. Do we want
Okay.
to save this boat?
So the captain sidles over to the rail near the Lady of a Cack, and she goes like, "Hi there, do you need supplies?" And then their captain, the Lady of a Cack, comes out, and she's wearing like this long, ostentatious yellow coat, and they start chatting with each other what they can do for each other. And as far as you can tell, it seems like the unlikely hour is going to help out the Lady of a Cack there. Do you want to do anything in the downtime while they're helping out each other?
Henry's
Walter-
going to check what's wrong with Henry, because Henry looks pretty... No, sorry, not...
Henry's
Walter,
gonna check
Henry?
what's wrong with
Mikey, English. Henry's going to check what's wrong with Sif, because Sif looks pretty beaten up. So.
Mhm.
Oh, that's fair.
And I'm
You do have those healing potions, by the way.
yeah, this is true.
Walter and,
I forgot about this.
and Faust are going to explore this screaming baby fetus ship and learn what the hell it might be, and if there are any more of them to worry about.
There's some weird. The kobolds are just like strange. They look like skinned rats.
Yummy.
They're kind of.
I mean,
moist.
I'd roast one, put it over a fire. Be a good time.
Yeah, but they're sentient. They're trying to fix up the ship. By that they mean they're trying to stem the bleeding or the bruising. It's more bruising from the tiny.
Yeah, Faust just
That
kind of
reminds me.
gets a good look of everything and wonders, good God, I don't want to know what's fucking in a jar beneath your engine room to make this thing go. And then turns around and just leaves and goes back to his boat.
Okay, so a point of XP for you exploring the ship.
Henry will take out his Atoma Bro and be like, go fix the ship.
Okay, so you're going to use your instant servant, which is the starter cipher you have. It's going to help out the ship. So
It's
you
this
can
little,
get-
like, slightly tubby looking automatron that like goes and salutes him, and it just goes and heads, and it goes ahead and starts helping the sailors fix the ship however it can.
Okay, so that's what you're going to do. Sykes, are you planning heal at all? You do have
yeah.
healing rolls, and there's also potions.
You also have you have a D10 and you have all those healing potions.
Yeah, I have
You'll be fine.
I have a 10 D4 plus 20 if I really want to go all out. Yeah, I'm gonna heal up, and probably shuffle off onto their ship. Have a good nosy around. Probably grab one of the kobolds and did it leave any skin?
Wow.
The
Any,
kobold
I
is
want some.
wiggles in your.
I just
and the
drop it
captain
and
of
get
their-
a different one.
The captain of their ship, the woman in the long, ostentatious yellow robe, is like, "Sir, can you not harass my sailors, please?"
I just look over and look back to it.
What are
It's
you
not-
looking for? Is there anything I can help you with?
Tentacle. I want some.
Yes, that's what we encountered. What do you want?
I want tentacles. I want a bit of it.
You could look around the outside, and we'll give you a roll to try to find this difficulty.
I want
I would like to point out that
tentacles.
one of them has literally been severed from the rest of the body, so there is one that's kind of floating about somewhere, probably.
Right.
Oh, we'll see if you could still find it. Then it's a little easier. Yes, you do find it.
Out of combat.
Ow.
Good job. So now you have a metallic tentacle. It's metallic, but it's very light. Very light. It's thin though. You can huffle that aboard. Levi, do you want to do anything
I want to try and repair the ship.
while you're fixing up everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Which ship?
Owl one of is damaged. Especially worried about the slippy gloops. The slip groups down below. To make sure that they're still okay. Yeah.
They're in the mood still.
They've kind of been shuttered apart. Some of them are still mating. A lot of them are just hanging out, a little wary and trepidatious, but there are still some. And Pensively is going around, just tenderly trying to adjust some dials around the tub, and she says they'll be okay. They'll be okay. So
Okay, good.
a point of XP for you, a point of XP for Sykes, for finding the tentacle. Good job.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna take a few hours to fix all the ships. We're gonna go through time a bit. You're going to take another all through the night, continuing on as the fixes are made. Luckily, it's just a a dented hull that they're just going around pushing back all the dents. The hole in the deck that you made, Sykes, there's just some stuff they welded to the top to try to make it so nobody falls in the hole.
Can my hedge
Downpour it.
magic be used to make small repairs?
The smallest of repairs, like a
Okay.
dime size.
Okay.
It's not really that useful. It's mostly an illusionary thing.
Okay.
No, I swear, and I told Rem when he rolled his character, one of my characters used hedge magic to escape a prison one time entirely. So it's not to be trifled with.
Okay.
Used in very specific circumstances.
Okay, I won't trifle.
Okay.
How does my Toma bro do? Does he help out? Is he decently helpful?
You give him over to the engineer, the chief engineer, the one with the red blonde hair. You're not quite sure.
Never
And
seen.
he's it's what does this do?
Anything you tell it to do that doesn't involve killing things.
Oh, all right, thanks. What do you want for this?
No, take it. Consider it me telling you to get this ship fixed before it sinks.
Yeah. I think it can wiggle between the hulls and push out the dents. See if there's any more damage. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Okay. Point of XP for you for being so helpful. And helping out the engineer. As we go on.
Nice.
Keep in mind, there was a wild magic roll that said the next morning I'll wake up on the throne of the nearest kingdom's chair. So,
That's true. Fine. I can't do that right now, so it'll take the rest of the day to get where I want you to go then.
okay.
Because that makes it a little difficult. Thank you.
It
Wild.
could be the captains. You know, who knows?
Yeah, the captain is really a secret king.
Well, the captain's in charge at sea.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. As you approach late afternoon, it's starting to get a violet in the eastern sky. You see in the distance a red line. And as the unlikely arrow chugs forward, you see it resolve into a mile-high cliff, just sheer all the way up. And this is a continent. Like, from every horizon, you can see that there's this sheer cliff. And as you approach, you see a lot of ships in this breakwater. There's also pieces of rock coming out of the water, large kind of just offshore stuff. A lot of ships hanging around there. There are people on them. It's just like nobody's really going anywhere. And you approach this large breakwater harbor. It's about 20 feet tall. Piers. Here we go. You can tell that there's piers outside, but there's piers inside also. And in the breakwater, there's an opening. Where the freak did it go? Here we go. Two finely hewn pillars frame this 35-foot gap in the breakwater. And atop the pillars are two massive stone guardians in the shape of stoic hawks with lobster-like tails, raising one claw and warding. And as you try to approach, obviously the captain is ordered the ship into the breakwater harbor. Some flags unfurl from each side of the pillar, and the captain calls halt, and the ship kind of churns to a halt and goes out and tries to speak to this man who's standing in a nice tower, shorter than the breakwater. Obviously the navigator for all the ships to come in and out. And they discuss for a little while, and she comes back, and she is just, even though she's rather stoic, she's like angry stoic. She says, "We gotta go to the far side docks instead." And your ship pulls back,
Captain?
and she says, "Our berth is still taken up by the ship before us. We should have that berth. I reserved that berth, but the harbor is full."
So what you're saying is a lot of bullshit happened, basically.
Yes, they have some extra worse docks on the far side,
Mhm.
the far right docks. So we're going to go there. They have
But-
no room.
When you say
Alright.
worse, does this mean what exactly?
They're not in the breakwater. They're not. They're going to be. It's tougher. Weather-wise, it's not as protected.
I'm sure we can handle it, Doctor. Captain, we just took down a tentacle monster. Doctor, yeah, Doctor.
Doctor,
Doctor,
Doctor, Captain.
Captain, we just took down
Doctor.
we just took down a tentacle monster that took down 2 ships. I'm pretty sure we should be okay.
I am going to have words with the harbor master once we get on dock.
I do not blame you in any way, shape, or form, but shall we get this done with before we end up staying out here and
Yeah.
eyeballs away?
We can go into the city. It's just getting our protecting the ship, getting our cargo off. Actually doing things is a lot harder on
So
the
the-
far right docks.
So we're like having to park down like the projects.
Essentially,
Okay.
it is a project to go there.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
The ship, the Unlikely Arrow, backs up and heads around to what is the left side. And as you approach, you can see beyond, like, there is like a okay harbor there with piers. The cliff side, the mile-high cliff side of Red Rock, is elaborately carved like the city of Petra. And this is the city of Niblick. It is carved into the cliffside. All the
Sweet.
architecture is carved out of the rock of the cliffside. There are balconies carved into, and then spilling off of those balconies are elaborate gardens. So it looks like the Babylonian gardens, the Towers of Babylon, kind of Babylonian gardens coming off of it.
But we're going to like the shit side.
This is a little off to the side.
Okay.
There's still carved things going inside, but you can still access it there. You could tell at the north side, there's a cut in between these 2 cliffs. Very precise. Almost too precise. It must have been done by an intelligent hand, but who knows what it was. That looks like there is a gap, about a 50-foot gap in between the south cliffs and the north cliffs. And the north cliffs are obviously where the money is. The carvings are nicer. The gardens are much more elaborate. And you can see on top of the cliff is a palace. And overhanging these lower terraces coming out is a vast palace of white stone. Its minarets are capped by mushroom-like domes, completely covered in a mosaic of blue glass, and silver filigree laces down the columns and around windows and balconies. And on top of the rest of the cliff, going farther back, you can maybe tell there's like taller buildings that are very nice. But you're going to the south side. You're on the south side of the cliff.
Harlem motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Right.
you have nicely carved out architecture for like this Petra like openings, but you don't know what it's like inside yet. These also, the far right docks are also busy. There are tons of ships there, and your ship had trouble maneuvering into there.
Got a parallel park.
Yeah.
He just looks at like one of the deck officers and says, "It's usually just busy here, or is this something different?"
And the deck officer goes like, usually we have a fucking berth in the fucking breakwater. This is unacceptable.
No,
I don't know
is
what's
that saying
going
that. Is that saying it's too busy, or is it saying that shit's gone down?
This is busy anyways. Niblick is always busy. This might be a bit busier than usual. I don't know why we don't have a berth in the one that we... The ship
Walter's-
that was there is not left yet. They're
Well,
overstaying.
So
Walter's
what you're
going to
saying is that it's weird more than anything else.
It is
Dude.
weird.
Do you think that maybe people aren't leaving because there are other things in the water like that creature we fought that are
So the
scaring
Bronze
them?
Banner?
Yes.
Yeah, we've never seen them up this far north.
Maybe that's why they're staying here in town. They're afraid to go out into the water
I mean,
because
I
they're a
don't
bunch of
blame them.
wimps.
Yeah.
In some ways, I don't blame them. That doesn't seem like a very fun thing to take on if you don't have trained personnel to do it, to deal with it.
Yes. Usually they're farther south, and we stay away from them. Because you go near them, they get territorial.
What if they're out of their territory because something displaced them from their territory? Therefore, it sets off this chain of events that, and then, like, Walter goes on to like this big diatribe because he's one of those like nerdy kids. So something displaces them, which they then displace us, which then displaces us, and then you've got nowhere to park.
So basically, you're saying is that this is all a case of shit went down, and now we're kind of stuck here.
Something's going on.
Shit rolls downhill, and we're at the bottom of the hill.
I'm sure the captain's going to have a chat with the harbor master because.
From what I can tell, the captain's going to go off on him. I feel bad for the poor bastard.
They're going to be snaps.
She does not snap, but she has a grab pop.
Head flip.
Yes. Okay, so the
He's a
ship
child. He
is
doesn't know that.
docked. It is anchored and tied off.
Okay, let's get our gear and sell it. That's what we're here to
Henry's
do.
going to go thank the captain and wish her the best of luck with talking with the harbor master and stuff.
Okay. Point of XP for you. And so you're trying to go get your cargo?
I'm getting mine.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
is
take
it your personal gear or your actual cargo?
The stuff we gonna sell. The stuff I wanna trade for loots.
The stuff we're going to sell for dang.
As you go down
Nice.
there, one of the sailors goes, "No, that's the war fees to take care of."
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna like just kind of Walter's gonna stand in the middle of all these people doing stuff, and what do I do? He's kind of lost.
Okay.
He's confused. He's a lost little kid.
Yes. What would you like to do? I know something to wrap this all up. It's just
Walter then he'll go explore the town, I guess. He'll go out into the city. I mean,
alone.
I'll go
got,
with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
he has a macrocosmic being lying in his head that can kind of pull some switches.
He's never alone.
That's
That's
creepy.
right.
See dead people.
Alone. So yeah, he'll go with the levy. They're gonna go. I guess he probably hadn't had any good food in a while, so he's gonna go to someplace where he can get something to eat.
Okay, so as you come off the far right docks, they're called the far right docks because nobody gives a shit enough to name them.
They're very
and
conservative.
You see that the breakwater wall has a door in it to actually enter a more protected area of the city, and it is open right now. There's a heavy sort of guard, and the guards are robed with a dark gray tunic and pants and a helm that has a kind of rounded, pointy helmet on the top. And some sort of spear or sword is on all of them. And they're making sure everybody that comes in and out. And this dock
What the
is
fuck, that search?
flooded with sailors and people.
Walter's
So,
going to get in line.
Oh god, the lines. Oh, boring.
The fact is, also, you could tell everybody is disgruntled.
Ooh, like at the DMV.
Welcome to the DMV. We'll fuck you all.
There are some people yelling at the guards. A lot more people yelling at men and women who are in a red kind of worn. It depends on how often they wear it. This tunic. They're yelling at them to get their stuff in. You hear people yelling, "You got to get the food off the boat." These people in the red tunics are telling them, "We can't. There's no space. Nothing's gonna move." Sorry that a little Brooklyn accent came in.
It's gonna move.
That's what's gonna move. Gonna make
What's
him
gonna
an offer he can't refuse.
As we all try.
But true.
I'm awful
Use-
at it. I won't lie.
Use guys. What can I do? I can tweak brains. I like tweaking brains. I can make.
You can telepathy. Yeah.
I can telepathy. It's just true. I can
What is Sykes and Henry want to do?
I'll let Sykes go first.
Well, at this point, I'm not good in crowds.
Oh no.
So I'm just gonna, when you say everyone's disgruntled,
Yeah.
and then there's me, who, like, shoulders above everyone else, is just kind of swanning through, just trying to get out of the crowd. And any of the party who's in the crowd, I'll stick with them and kind of just try and edge us all further.
Okay,
and
so
further
you're kind of like
through.
the icebreaker
Yeah.
ship that like breaks the ice for everybody else. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh. What if you are you wearing like the tentacle of one of those things? Right.
I've got it, but I've not added
Good.
it to.
Oh man, because
the code yet.
if that's the issue of what's maybe if they see that on you, you know,
I have
that
it.
can garner some attention. If that's the case. If that's the case.
Okay. Does Levi
Well,
want
what
to
Henry's going to do, because
Oh yeah, Henry first, and then.
Henry has a very fun little thing going on right now. So as he goes to leave the ship, he's going to roll his birthday gift because he only has one cipher now.
Okay.
And the captain's going to give it to him as a sign of thanks because he is, of course, that gentleman. So that is 1d69 because, of course, it has to be 52.
I can look that up for you in just a second.
That's fine. So yeah, the captain and him were just like, oh, we're like he's getting off the gangplank, and the captain catches up with him with like a present for some reason because he saved her ship. He saved her ship and their ship, basically.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the chat for Jupiter.
It's simple carved-looking ankh that, when touches, causes the player's muscles to engorge.
He's got a flex.
Their strength is boosted to 20, which I guess I'll give you an extra edge in might for a little while.
Damn.
Sure.
So 2 edge. They have an advantage on all strength-based skills, which means like 1 step of difficulty easier. But you get -2 to int. And you're not illiterate.
So wait, like he takes it from her, but he doesn't activate it because you have to activate the thing. So that's what we'll do when he activates.
Okay,
So he thanks her, and you know, he thanks her, and he gives her a bow, and you know, he says thanks for the safe and interesting trip, and then he goes and sees that Sif is just like making a mighty swath through these people.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And he joins them. He's also head and shoulders above everyone else. He's just walking like a calm individual because he's used to walking through crowds.
Okay. So you get through the crowds. There's the large gate in the breakwater wall that you can pass through. It's not like the guards are like looking. They're just there to keep everybody like order. So you can walk right through. You can see the rest of the city now. There is like the large openings, especially large opening to the left into the cliff. There is one bridge over the gap to the north cliff faces, and to your right you can see the breakwater harbor. It is crammed with ships. There is cargo littered everywhere. It is not moving. The people with the red tunics are doing jack squat. And to your right, as you move in, you see a building carved out of the rock, but also embellished with shining metal shingles. It's there for aesthetic effect. And inside the building is a long line coming out the door. And who's literate? Walter? You can read above it Harbor Master.
I'm literate too. Like it's a case of like if I touched the thing, I wouldn't be. But yeah, I'm not.
Well, he sees that it says Harbor Master, but he still just kind of looks at Lappy and goes, "I'm hungry."
There are nice little pop-up food vendors, kind of like those guys near conventions that like grilled hot dogs.
Okay, I got like a little
Henry's
food
just
truck.
like, I could go for a hot dog, and he like gets everyone a hot dog because of course.
Yeah. Except it's probably gonna be some weird Numenera hot dog.
Wait, I
He
have
gets
something.
he gets a Sif like the foot long like spicy chili dog that he knows he loves.
Just the weirdest
No,
stuff.
it's gonna
all
be
on the
weirder
same
than that.
thing.
It's gonna be weirder than that.
Yep.
I have the best thing for this. I'm going
Okay.
to make you your food really quick because I love food randomizers so much. Might as well throw a little bit of flavor into this.
So,
Flavor,
Ah.
a little bit of flavor.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
No.
Some special
No.
food.
No.
Here. Okay.
Food
You
randomizer.
pick up some
Oh, good.
nutmeg spiced fried lizards on a stick.
Okay.
Mm.
Actually, sounds pretty good.
It does.
I've heard lizard is very close to like crab and like that. So
Well,
No.
we have a gator tail down here. It's about like really stringy chicken.
Wow.
Well,
wow.
the minor.
You southern hick.
What? It's an animal that's got meat on it, and we can catch it.
I've had it. It was alright.
That's gonna cost you 6 shins, so I'm gonna minus that from your amount.
Okay.
yeah, that's cool.
Okay. All right. So we have food now.
Yeah, like Henry gets the food and he just offers it to everyone. Like, here, eat up. We've been on the boat for a while. We've had like saltine
Have
crackers.
new
for
food.
dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get really sick of that old stuff. Yeah. Okay. So Henry and Walter buy some for everybody. And what would you like to do?
I would
Visit
like.
the harbor master probably because we want to figure this shit out. We want to figure what the problem is.
There's a long
like
line.
Henry's just like, we got to figure out what this problem is. So we can either go to the harbor master or go to one of these red tunic people and see.
That's
who
what
the
I was
fuck
gonna
it is.
do. Yeah.
Okay, Sykes.
But
go
I
ahead.
wasn't going to be delicate at all. I was literally just going to walk up to him going, "Oi, you red bastard, come here."
Okay.
I have no social graces whatsoever.
No, you don't. It's
part of my
actually
thing.
you have a detriment,
Yeah.
according to your character.
Social graces? What are these things?
Well, I mean, it never said
A
in
red
it,
tunic guy who's like-
intimidation.
No, but that's just your.
Just my
You
manly
can
aura.
train in it. Like that will cost.
It's part of you. It's part of your masculine charm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd just like to go over and go, "What's going on here? What's all back up for? Like, we were supposed to be over there. Come on."
And this guy who has like this flubby neck thing that looks like weird. Like you could see some lines in it. And he's a bit pudgy, but you could tell it's muscle. And he goes like, "What do you want?"
Answers to the questions I just asked. Are you deaf?
It's backed up because it's backed up. There's nobody going nowhere.
Why is nobody going anywhere?
That's, yeah, what he said.
A lot of people's Numenera ain't working.
When you say, wait, you mean it's stuff just isn't working anymore, or
Yeah.
it stopped working?
Some of
after
people's
a
stuff
time?
that they rely on to get them places or figure out where they are ain't working.
Anyone around who has had that particular event
Pick a
happen to them?
Pick a dressers behind him at the Breakwater Harbor area. He's like, pick a ship.
Sure. Thanks for
That
help.
one.
Like he literally just takes a ship that Sick point at it and just goes towards it as if to say, "Yeah, that'll loop." He just walks towards it.
You're just gonna walk toward a ship. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Whatever ship that C pointed towards, he's going to go towards because got to keep the guy happy.
So
Lest I lose my other arm too.
there's all sorts of strange ships here. For example, one ship is a battered hull crimped around a magical engine that's just like churning. Another is a silver hull with what appear to be like 2 sentient winds encapsulated in clear bottles. For example, a third appears to be a simple wooden ship, but with the amber shine of like what you know to be this material called vinyl sails hanging from what must be invisible masts and rigging. The smell of the open sea inside the Breakwater Harbor is replaced with wet moss and sweat. The air is claustrophobic with like shouts, boats groaning, cargo scraping, but they're just moving one pile from another. Nothing's really moving.
He just looks at Stink and goes rock paper scissors, and he points to the 3 like ships. Like that's rock, that's paper, that's scissors.
Fair enough.
Rock paper scissors. Roll a d3 and see what we get.
Oh, we could just rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, sure.
You can
Rock,
pick which
it's
one you
okay.
want.
1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. I win.
So
You
So
pick.
I'm gonna go with the silver hull ship.
the silver hold ship. Okay. So you approach this silver-hulled ship with the encapsulated sentient winds. It looks like two long, huge test tubes just welded onto the side of a ship, and they stick out in front, and these winds are just churning in there, but it's pulling at the rigging, and it can't go anywhere because it's tied up. It is, berthed. And there are a couple people on top of it, but it seems mostly abandoned. There's people just hanging there to, like, watch over the cargo.
So he walks over and he just goes, ahoy, and he waves. Like, hey, what's up?
So this gruff, harsh-skinned woman looks down, and she's like, yeah!
So we're just new here. You wanted any idea as to why things aren't exactly going as planned here? Like, what's with this whole Numenera isn't working thing?
I just
Yeah,
want to be
shit's
stood
broke.
behind him, looking as pissed
Shit's
off
broke.
as possible.
Okay. I understand. Shit's broke. Talk to the friggin' harbor master. All this shit's broke. We need
Literally,
more. Nothing's
When you
working.
say shit's broke, do you mean everything is broken? Or
Not
just the
everything.
ships?
That's all the stuff that did work. People bought and went away with it. Like they got on the road. They're working, but there's only a little bit.
I think
Do
they're
you
a
know how
little.
to navigate? Do you know how to We will hire you on the spot if you know how to navigate without Numenera.
No, we're gonna see if we can figure out what the fuck is wrong here first. But
I think
I'll see what we
there's-
can do.
I think their slip goops just ain't in the mood.
Thanks anyway. And he will, like, turn around.
No
and go-
problem.
He will, like, just walk back towards, like, the other piece of the crew, the other two people in this party, and say, so it looks like we need to talk to the harbor master, because literally everything that isn't working is, like, navigational Numenera. Everything is just screwed by the look of things.
Maybe we should say we can navigate and try and get to talk to the harbour master.
I don't think that would work, considering that the minute that any of us can navigate is the minute we're hired, and then we tell them we can't navigate and we're fucked.
Unless someone can navigate.
True. Walter, could you send our good captain a message letting her know that shit's gone fucked up here?
Oh,
Real
that
quick.
that little bond went away like yesterday. I don't have it anymore. I can yell really loud.
TJ, what am I doing here?
I'll go tell her.
Let's go.
You guys just stay here and enjoy your lizards on the stick.
Ow.
You go tell the captain what's going on and how shit's fucked and Numenera just isn't working anymore.
And she just looks at you like, oh, thank goodness we don't navigate with Numenera.
Whoever the navigator here, make sure he doesn't leave the ship because people are going to pay top dollar for him.
They might kidnap him too.
Yeah, make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
I'll
'Cause
tell
he will.
Tasa.
He'll get serious. He'll either get serious bank or serious thievery going on about him. People here are pissed. There's literally a line so long from. There's literally a line from like the harbor master to the other end of the harbor. That's how pissed off people are here. No one knows what the hell's going on.
Oh, I'm pissed too. That's why
Everyone's
things are moving
pissed.
then.
Yeah, everyone's pissed. Nothing's working here anymore.
That's probably why they
isn't it?
won't be taking the cargo off the ship either.
Yeah.
Because no cargo is moving.
Yep. Nothing's moving at all.
I just look at my chronometer and think, well, they should probably hurry up. Just in case.
Okay, so we'll just say, because we got to speed it along a little bit here. That I wanted to introduce you to Niblick so nicely. We have like 6 minutes to.
Oh.
So really quick, are you gonna leave that area? Is what I need to know.
More than likely, yeah. Just to go and
Yeah.
see if we can find anything that would
Okay.
help.
So the
Work.
one way in you can see is obvious that most people are going into is this large opening. It's the main entrance to the south side. The outside cliff face is carved with elaborate cyclopean architecture. That's huge. Inside the space, it rises like the nave of a cathedral, including the columned aisles on the sides. A colorful mosaic of like grand events covers the ceiling really high above. It's kind of dusty, but you can see people take pride in it. The guards are keeping an eye on things, especially in this arcade, and to brush people along to keep it moving. and a clamorous echo of a bazaar fills the space. And as you move forward, you come to this large, oh god, gotta scroll. Like the chancel of the cathedral, so the large in space, is basically a massive bazaar. Most of the stalls are empty. There's a lot of stuff that's trying to be sold, but the stuff that could be sold is probably not going to be in this more medium to poor area. Above the ceiling, it rises to a conical point. There's balconies from other paths and rooms and tunnels ringing upwards. The stalls are organized in groups to reflect social class, and there's smells souping all together, like fish, raw fish and cooked fish. There's metal and leather and wet clay and incense and herbs and perfumes and sweat and paper. And it's just a mess of things in here. And there are, ringing the space, small tunnels leading further into the cliff. And you can find a place to sleep further on into this weird cliff city.
I will have to ask though, do people take specific interest in the two incredibly large men who are both visibly armed?
They are looking at you strange, and the guards are particularly keeping an eye on you because you are large.
Because I'm just like, I have a metal arm that's visible to everybody that has roses designed on it. This dude probably has problems.
There are mutants here. There are stranger people here. You could tell this isn't like a homogenous group. You do see in the crowds one or two Vargellan, which is an extraterrestrial creature. It is very tall and lanky, so it rises above. So Sykes can probably wave his hand, and the guy rising above the rest of the crowd is like, and it looks like it's
I'd probably just do the nods, like.
Yeah, the man wave, as I call it. They basically have like pink red skin. They have like a fin on the top. They have huge bubulous eyes, 6 nostrils, and nobody blinks an eye at them. Like, people are used to seeing weird stuff and lots of different types of people here.
Oh, cool. That's cool. But like the visibly armed people get a little bit extra attention because we are visibly armed.
Yeah. And so, moving this along because we only have a few minutes, it's getting deeper into night. Do you want to spend something for sleeping quarters? There are cheaper venues.
I would suggest Henry would suggest we find like a middle tier space to sleep because good night's sleep is important.
And I'm literally good wherever.
That's
Henry's just like he wants to find somewhere that's middle tier so that way the kid doesn't sleep and swatter, and that he likes his sleep. You know, he enjoys his like 4 hours of sleep a night, so he has to sleep well.
Okay, so in the Kareen section of this location in Niblick called the Kareen, it's a small ward of bathhouses and launderers, and you can find like better accommodations there in a nicer bathhouse. It's strange how bathhouses sometimes have sleeping quarters, but that's just the way they roll here. And you can find something for, let's just do really quick. We'll say about 10 shin for each of you.
I'll fork out 10 shins for myself at the very least. And I'll go take a bath because I need to.
Yeah,
and you can find their baths are really, really nice here. Like,
I will mention too, he takes off his prosthetic parts, so he like has to drag himself into the bath because he's only got one arm and half of a leg when he doesn't have his prosthetics on.
Oh,
I feel like I'd help somewhat.
Yeah, there you go. They provide really nice lotions and soaps. Like, it seems bathing is a big deal here. And, like, the bathhouse accommodations, like the mosaics on the ground, like pillars covered in glittering, tiny, nicely placed rocks.
Cool.
And as you go, you know, you have a nice bath, you take a nice sleep. And this whole city might be like this wondrous place to look into. However, in the middle of the night, you suddenly are aroused by someone yelling.
Oh, God. Did Jamie turn up in my room? Like,
yeah. Wow. And as you're like blearily coming, and this is where we're going to wrap up, as you're blearily coming to awakeness, you can tell like people in the tunnels, because this is all tunnels here, Nice tunnels, big tunnels, some little ones branching off. It's a carved city. Echoing down, and the message is being passed down through the spaces. Fire, fire.
Oh.
Shit.
And as you come around, you realize that they're saying, in a fit of like panic, that the far right docks are on fire.
That's where our shit's at.
Oh, joys. No, as soon as I hear that, I'm just like, bastards.
And that's where we're in.
Ah,
Just cut the sex thing, bastard.
bastards.
Fantastic.
I have lots of Niblick ready for you guys to explore next time, but we ran out of time. So don't feel like you have to rush through too much. It'll be fun next time when we have more time.
I'm
Absolutely.
gonna go to a different town.
You're like, fuck your GM.
Fuck your GM.
Preparation.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's first episode of Numenera, a series of Stillness. Oh,
That was.
Yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, then please do let us know in chat. And if you haven't followed already, of course, hit that follow button and join us. But let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves, and where can we find you guys around online on the internet? Let's start with our wonderful GM, Jupiter.
Hi, everyone. I'm known as Fluorescent Wolf. On Twitter and Tumblr, I do art. That is what I do. So go look me up. I do commissions too. I had a fun time. I realized actually too how fast you guys are gonna go, so I'm gonna edit a little. And it was a lot of fun to see what you guys were inclined to doing.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Rem, yourself.
Yes, it's me. You can find me now every Friday for the next 7 weeks here, playing Walter while I try not to play Winky. Occasionally you might see me playing Winky Slipfoot in the Thursday games for West March, as he sometimes pops up. Just on the occasion. And other than that, I got some stuff on the DM's Guild, some modules. You need to go check them out. Maybe buy them, because I don't want to work a real job. I want to do nerdy shit for a living.
Screw work, fam. I get you what you're saying, dude.
As an artist, I echo that.
Yeah.
As someone who works retail, I can 100% agree with you.
How'd you like the game, Rem?
I enjoyed it. It's my first Numenera adventure, and just like little 11-year-old Walter, it was like a brand new world opening up before my eyes, and it was fantastic. I got to talk to a sea monster made of bronze ribbons. It was beautiful.
Beautiful, fantastic. Let's go to Jamie.
Hello, I am Jamie. Yeah, tonight was great. First time with Numenera, first time with a strange ship made out of dead conjoined, well, not even dead, conjoined. Let's not go into that again. That was weird. But yeah, enjoyed it. Weird. I hope I can roll better during combat, because yeah, that would be nice. Come on, Roll20, help me out there. But yeah, I will be found here for Fridays now with this game, but I also play on Mondays on my friend Susie's channel. I'll put that in the chat. Other than that, I don't really do much online other than my Twitter, but that's just retweets, so that's just not anything original. But yeah, tonight was great. Yeah, I hope I can roll better next time.
I believe. Fantastic. And last but not least, let's go to Mikey.
I had a lot of fun today. It's my first time on the stream as an actual player. I've been interviewed before, but yeah, first time here as a player, first time playing Numenera. It was a lot of fun. Play Henry. Henry's going to be a very interesting character for the next 7 weeks, maybe more, depending on if Will lets us play a second season. Knock, knock. We'll also see how things go with my with everything going on. But in general, I had a lot of fun. I had a distinctly interesting time playing Henry, and it should be an awful lot of fun to see how things go from here. You can find me at Surely Only Mikey on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer. You can find me streaming anything from Mass Effect Andromeda to Rainbow Six Siege, depending on the day.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, yes, indeed, the dice are fickle. Hopefully, they will be better for us next week. We'll be back same time next week for more a series of Stillness. I will be back on Sunday at 1 through to 7. I get my day off tomorrow. Woo! So I'll be chilling out, but you can still find me on Twitter. I'll probably be tweeting and talking, even though I'm meant to be relaxing. I know how to relax. I know how to not work.
Damn it, Will. Damn it, Will. Why don't you go to sleep for once?
Wait, damn it.
Yeah. But I'll see you guys on Sunday. Thank you so much to Jupiter for playing with us. Fantastic game. Just finished one series of Numenera and straight into another, so I don't get any loss. You know, I'm not feeling that craving because I still have Numenera every week, which is fantastic. So, yeah, absolutely.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one. Another one.
Continues.
Oh man, but yes, I'll see you guys on Sunday. Thank you guys, the cast of the series of Stillness, and you guys in chat. Thank you to everybody who donated, followed, and subscribed throughout today. I'll see you guys again soon. But until next time, try not to roll too many nat ones because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Good night.